Back to another stream. My microphone smells beerish. Oh, God, here we go. Oh, man, I'm going to have to smell beer the whole time. That's fine. I'll live with that. I wanted to do something interesting, like crack the beer on the mic, but instead, the beer decided to explode, and my life is totally falling apart. Hello, everybody. Hello, KGB. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Prezi God, Mad Mex, the Gaming Witch, Zach, Heezy, Rinny. Hello, Star. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. We're going to be milking the completionist to completion, as they say, chat. That was maybe the worst joke I've ever told on this channel, and I will Cobain myself later. Anyways, welcome. Thank you, Shogun, for getting us started on the 199 first dono of the night. Yo, what's good? Let's switch over to a talk stream just so I can see you guys. Welcome. I look disheveled, and it's okay. It's okay. Listen, we need to have a beer for what we're going to go over today. We have two items on the topic today on the docket. Excuse me. First, Karl Jobst. Karl has responded to the completionist. From what I've heard, this is maybe the most brutal takedown of this man I've ever heard in my life. From what I'm being told, Karl apparently obliterated Gerard. Also, on top of that, we have Boogie's audit today, where he got into a bit of a beef with the guy who ran the audit on Twitter. Boogie thought those screenshots were deleted. I got them. So I have Boogie's now deleted screenshots. We're going to go over everything involving both of those. I want to start off with one thing, just a little side story while we're waiting for people to pile in. We already have 84 people in. Make sure you like the stream. Check out the link below for the lolcow trading card game as well. We are almost done with the secret card that I'm working on, so make sure you guys check it out. But while everyone's piling in for the completionist stuff, let's if I can click the right screen here, let's get started on something. Because I put out a clip for members only right now because we're still waiting on it to be monetized. It should be done by tomorrow by 3 p.m., which is awesome. So that will be up for your enjoyment if you are not a member. Involving Xanderhal and Keffals falling out. Now, this is kind of funny. Because I love when Willie does like a little bit of a troll. Now, I've been blocked by Xanderhal for a year now. I want to say, I don't remember when I got blocked, but it really hurt my feelings. You know, my feelings are hurt. Hello, chef. What? What are you yelling about? What are you yelling about? Doors open. You're more than welcome to come in and out. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? But the thing is that when it comes to Xanderhal, I like to laugh at him. And I have to ask politely for screenshots, and it upsets me. I just want to look at your Twitter, Xanderhal. I don't care to, like, comment on everything that you're doing. I don't care that much. I just like to laugh. So, Xanderhal has been beefing with the Keffals community, and it's hilarious. That's not actually what I was referring to in her newest video, the hypocrisy of Xanderhal. So apparently Keffals did another video on Xanderhal, which is probably the most boring thing that you're going to watch in human history. But that's basically the rundown. She shows a clip of you in the beginning of you praising Willie Mac Show, despite that he made slanderous videos against Keffals. Now, my retort, what was slanderous? Keffals never really explains what was slanderous about that.
Him one time and he blocked me long.
Thank you for the 199. You gotta love it that some people do that and you block them. Like, I've blocked like a handful of people. I've kind of like given up. It's just not worth it. Like, I did it to like really annoying people. Like, you really have to like push my buttons to like get blocked. Psych draws. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. My mic smells like a beer. So Xanderhal responds to this slanderous allegation. Keffals never came to me and told me she didn't like my association with Willie Mac Show. If she had, and I made excuses for his behavior, then I'd be a hypocrite. The fact that she is still uploading videos about this shows she's just trying to drama farm. Xanderhal, You made an entire, like, Twitter brigade spree about Keffals. You also did a live stream about Keffals. You were the one that made it drama. That was you, baby girl. That was you. Ho? You did that yourself. No one else told you to hit the live button and go over Keffals. You're the one who typed all that shit in. Come on. You're the one who did all of that. Just because Keffals responding to you doesn't mean automatically she is a drama farmer right now. But okay, sure. Sure, xanderhal. Everything's about you. You're the victim. I get it. You know, you're the victim. I have to feel sorry for you. Every time that something that you do makes, you know, at the end of the day, every time you're the victim. It's never your fault. It's everyone else's fault. So Willie just comes rocketing in, and I just wanted to bring this up. This isn't true. xanderhal and I are best friends in real life. He invites me over for Thanksgiving every year. That is true. I've heard that. Willie's told me that in person on one or more occasions. He's told me in calls. He's like, I love xanderhal. We're best friends. I go to his house on Thanksgiving every year. I make sure that his family's okay. You know, like Willie Mack's show really cares about xanderhal. If you think that's serious, you're crazy. Because I know some people are going to be like, wait a minute. Willie Mack's show actually is super chummy with xanderhal? No. That's a meme. That's a meme. That's a meme. That's a meme. It's not real. I just wanted to bring that up to, like, pad out a little bit of time for you, chat. Just to kind of give you a quick update on the clip that's going to be going live tomorrow at 3:30. Make sure you check that out. Now, let's get into it. Now, Karl has been pretty silent for a bit. He hasn't really said much after the completionist response to Karl and Muda. If you want, you can watch the other live stream. I'll put a card right here when the live stream's done rendering so that you can click right to it and see what I'm talking about. Now, the problem is...
New donation from xanderhal.
Thank you, xanderhal, for the direct donation. I wonder what xanderhal has to say. Oh God. I love that as a potential xanderhal donation, chat. I just gotta sign in. Give me a second. It makes me, bro, every time I do a PC like clean wipe, I have to do this crap. Log in. God, it's such a pain. Input through. What did I do now? What? I forgot what I have to do for this. There's so many extra steps. I should have set this up earlier. What? What is this? Why is this not working? Oh, that's why. I have so many different passwords. I have so many passwords, chat. So many passwords. All right. Let's see here. xanderhal, Chris, your conservative insults by your conservative insults my intelligence. Just because I don't know how to put my money in a proper bank account, I let my girlfriend beg me. Thank you, xanderhal, for telling me that your girlfriend paid you for the $5. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. So, again, Karl has definitely bodied Gerard from what I've overheard recently. And again, Karl hasn't made any definitive statements as of yet. He went silent for a bit, and he was like, I'm putting a response out. That response is out. I haven't seen it yet, so it's totally raw for me on what's going on here. So don't spoil it.
Hello, you absolute legends. Last month, I released 2 videos outlining charity fraud committed by the Completionist and his charity, the Open Hand Foundation. Those 2 videos can basically be summed up with 3 main allegations. 1. The Completionist committed charity fraud by making false, misleading statements about what the charity was doing in order to solicit donations. 2. The Completionist stole donations that were supposed to go to the Open Hand Foundation. And 3. The revenue generated by the golf tournament run by Gerard's family was not being sent to the Open Hand Foundation. These are extremely serious allegations.
God damn. Those are the big three, man. That's what we were going over last time. So we were trying to figure out exactly what the issue was. The completionist committed charity fraud. Now, personally, of my opinion, right? Opinion before I
New
get
donation
sued.
from Chris Brown.
Thank you, Chris Brown, for the new donation. Jesus. Thank you, Gaming Witch, as well, for your dono. You're the best. Make sure you buy Gaming Witch's candles. All right, what's next? Chris Brown with the 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
By the golf tournament run by Gerard's family was not being.
But, like, think about that. There are certain areas where this money should have been going to, right? Which is the Open Hand Foundation, the main foundation run by Gerard and his family. They had the golf charity where none of the money was apparently accounted for, allegedly, according to Karl and Muda. The completionist stole money. Now, that is a pretty hefty allegation.
Here's my contribution.
Thank
I'm
you.
lurking and dog sitting while dozing off.
All right. Well, I hope I could keep you awake, or if you pass out, I hope you enjoy the content. The completionist committed charity fraud. Now, in a sense, because the money wasn't going exactly where it should have been, that can constitute a form of charity fraud, or at least from what Muda's definition was from what we saw, is that the money and the word and verbiage that was used by the completionist to state that the money was being donated when it really wasn't, which is a form of fraud. So, we have to keep that in mind moving forward.
Sent to the Open Hand Foundation. These are extremely serious allegations, and to be clear, when I made those allegations, I was being extremely serious. I wouldn't say these types of things without having a very good reason to do so. And now, finally, after almost an entire month, the completionist has responded, and his response is terrible. It's one of
He just comes out the gate. This response was dog shit. The worst part is that Karl is not afraid of lawsuits. He's one of those YouTubers that could genuinely deal with a lawsuit. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that's dealing with the Billy Mitchell lawsuits as well, from that crazy guy that keeps saying he's the gamer of the century, and he just keeps getting sued. Every time that Karl's like, no, you're a liar. No, you're a con artist. No, you're this. No, you're that. He tries to sue him every time, and the guy keeps losing. Karl is not afraid of a lawsuit. He probably has a really good lawyer nowadays after every lawsuit that's come forward against him.
the worst videos I've ever seen. He is manipulative, he lies, he blames everyone else, he provides no relevant evidence, he misdirects, he constructs multiple strawman arguments, and best of all, he threatens legal action against me. Gerard seems to think that just saying you didn't do something means you didn't do it, regardless of whether or not you actually did. And if you say it with enough emotion, it must be true.
See, that's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. Well, so the thing is for me, right, when we were going over it the first time, like legitimately, when we were going over it the first time, and we were watching Gerard's response, what did I keep saying? Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where are the receipts? Where's showing that payments have been made? Where have transactions happened showing where the money was going X, Y, and Z? Where is it? All he did was pontificate and sit there and go, oh, well, we're good people. Why are you being mean to my charity? You know, my mother, we donated her body to to science. That's our first real donation. Bro, like, that's not showing everything else after that. That's not showing from 2014 up to 2023 where the money has been going. None of it. It's you just like saying, well, we were planning on doing the donos, but we never did. That's why you're getting called out, Gerard. It's that the money never reached where it was supposed to go. The money never got where it was supposed to go. So I don't get it. I don't understand how he thought this was a good response. And I still continuously say that I don't understand the response. Because who told him to do that? Was it the lawyer? If the lawyer said, hey, you should post this video 100%. It makes you look amazing, dude. Bring up the fact that you donated your mother's body. I would fire that lawyer already. I would fucking write him the ultimate bad review. I would be putting that lawyer on blast all over the internet, being like, this is the worst fucking lawyer in human history.
Initially, this seemed to work, with all of his friends and sycophants exclaiming confidently on Twitter that he had done.
Oh my God. Karl collected some of the better tweets.
It must be true. Initially, this seemed to work, with all of his friends.
Imagine making 4 to 8 critical drama videos. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, bro. I love the gaming YouTubers. that do this shit. I love them. They're so stupid. It's amazing. Let's just read some of these. Imagine making 4 to 8 critical drama videos, some with sponsors. Oh, God. God forbid that a drama video has sponsors. Before letting a guy defend himself. Instead, World of Tanks sponsors an allegations video against someone who ultimately nearly raised $1 million in charity. Enjoy the drama, I guess. The money wasn't technically raised. The money was given to him and then held in a bank account from 2014 all the way up to 2023. So the money wasn't donated. So to Jeff, you have Down syndrome. And that's okay. We accept that here. We accept you. We accept you, Jeff.
Friends and sycophants exclaiming confidently on Twitter,
What's this one? The allegations made against this charity were extraordinarily irresponsible. When I saw the comment about the signature, I knew the creator was seriously out of his depth. You can't just make financial fraud allegations based on half understandings and feelings. Man, that's going to be interesting.
that he had done nothing wrong, and it was actually Mutahar and I that were the villains, because you see, we aren't experts.
Oh, wait a minute, there's more of them. Yes.
Confidently on Twitter that he had done nothing wrong, and it was actually
What a surprise! Drama YouTubers just looking to make up drama. I love people that do this. I love communities that do this. You know, there's about I think there's about 4 communities that do this on average, right? Anytime that there's a drama breaking their community, they always scramble to try and defend themselves and say stupid shit way too early. Number 1, gaming YouTubers. Number 2, the POG community, much like the main Twitch streamers, right? 3, you have the art community. And then 4, you have like VTubers. All these groups continuously fuck up. When a drama breaks out, the creators always find a way to make it 50 times worse. Also, we have 191 people here. Let's get those likes up, people.
Mutahar and I that were the villains, because you see, we aren't experts, and
Gerard pulling up with full receipts. Where were the receipts? The links weren't the receipts. Everybody friendly Corby. I don't even. How do you pronounce your name? You goddamn weirdo. How do you pronounce your name? Where were the receipts? Where were they? Why did he interlace them into the video so that people could see the proof? Where was it? It wasn't there. It wasn't there. It wasn't there, retard. It wasn't there. Gerard W. Carl L. Gerard. We're like, damn it, I can't read that. Don't make me read that. Legal documentation, links to defined terms, bullet point for bullet point. And ending with legal hitback is pretty much exactly what I expected. It's almost like drama YouTubers are just the ETMZ, like I've been saying. Oh man, you made a terrible tweet right there, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending the drama community. We're a bunch of leeches. We're a bunch of leeches. We're a bunch of leeches, dude. That's what we are. Damn proud of it, too. Damn proud of it. But he did not do bullet by bullet point. He did not. He did not. Nor did he sound good when he threatened legal action against Mutahar and Karl. Sorry, it's just, you're coping. You're coping so hard, Kirby. You're coping hard.
we don't know what we are talking about. I have to admit, when I made my previous videos, I kind of glossed over some of the evidence. I basically assumed that the fraud was so obvious I didn't need to explain. But evidently, this isn't the case. So in this video...
Wait.
I basically assumed that the fraud was so obvious I didn't need to explain. But evidently...
Fuck Buddha, fuck Karl, fuck the people in the replies who are seething with cope because their latest hit target came with receipts. Let the IRS investigate if they want to. And sounds like Gerard has all the receipts he'll need. You just taking... Okay, bro. Come on. You're malding, dude. You're straight malding. Pro Jared is still my favorite tweet in this entire exchange. It's still my favorite tweet in this entire exchange. It really is. Because his is so tone deaf. Chris the Dark is the CEO of ETMZ. Nah. There is no CEO. We all hate each other. We wouldn't be organized enough. Thank you for the 5, though. German with the 5. Gerard is the worst friend ever. If I had massive drama that I knew I would destroy their reputations, I would warn them not to say anything. Yeah, I would definitely be like, what the hell? Like, seriously. I'd be like, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Like, why are you saying something? Let me respond before you put yourself into some sort of stupid-ass situation.
This isn't the case. So in this video, I'm going to respond to Gerard and make it clear that he did in fact commit charity fraud. He did in fact embezzle donations, and the golf money is in fact still missing. And if
Jesus! Carl's just laying it out there. He's like, no, fuck this guy.
Chris the Narc is the CEO of ETMZ.
True. Nah, there's no CEO. But, like, Carl just lays it out. He's just like, yes, he did all these things. That is a definitive statement. See, this is the thing. I would be terrified to make definitive statements, but Carl has been pretty good at investigating certain situations, especially, again, with Billy Mitchell is one of the bigger ones, right, that he's known for. So I'm not really shocked that he is this confident in his assessment and the information he's going to provide.
he feels confident enough, or perhaps stupid enough to test my claims in court, I will happily oblige him. In this video, I'm going to
Bro, he just literally said, sue me, bitch. He's like, sue me. Sue me. Do it. Do it. Carl doesn't care. Carl doesn't care. He's been sued so many times, he just doesn't give a shit. It's like breathing air to him.
break it all down, and I really hope you enjoy. Now, a big thanks to this video's sponsor, Empires and Puzzles.
He put a sponsor in. That's actually hilarious. Everyone was like, oh, you put a sponsor in your video? What a monster.
So use the QR code on screen or click my link in the description to download and play today. First of all, I do need to mention that on the 29th of November, the Open Hand Foundation donated $600,000 to the AFTD. This is a really good thing, and it's great the money everyone else had entrusted to Gerard over the years is finally going to good use. This is a good start, and I hope the rest of the money that the Open Hand Foundation should have received gets donated as well. The opening 5 minutes of Gerard's video isn't the worst thing in the world. He distances himself completely from the golf tournament, which is probably wise, and he seems to apologize for providing misleading statements. Except, he doesn't. He apologizes if you felt that you were misled, and he apologizes for making statements that were potentially misleading.
I love that. That's literally what that's literally what we were talking about. It's like there's no apology specifically for the actions of the money being held. There's no apology for that. It's, oh, I'm sorry if you felt misled. I'm sorry if you felt like what I said wasn't factual. Like, what are you talking about? What? Apologize for not donating the money for literally almost 10 years. Apologize for that. That's more important than anything else.
Listen to what he has to say.
I'm disappointed that I was not more straightforward regarding the Foundation's timeline for making donations, and that I made statements potentially implying donations were made when they had not yet been. It took...
Potentially implying donations were made. Potentially implying donations were made. Dude, you said that we work with multiple charities and the money will be and the money is donated to these charities. You fucked up. You're so done, dude.
Too long for clear action to occur, and I apologize for all of this. But such inaction was not done for any selfish or malicious reasons. Most importantly, I want to apologize to anyone who ever donated over the years who felt they were wronged or led astray by any of this.
Gerard is trying to address my first claim, that he made misleading statements and thus committed charity fraud. Gerard does not take much responsibility or own up to this in any significant way. Instead, he says he made claims that were potentially implying that donations were made, and that he was disappointed because he wasn't straightforward enough about the timeline. But let's look at what Gerard actually said.
My father, my brother, and I started a foundation called the Open Hand Foundation that raises money for dementia research and treatment for organizations all over the world. We're soon going to be partnering up with the Alzheimer's Association, currently working with the University of San Francisco. And we're
currently working. Yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked. Why are there so many meat munchers for Gerard? So Moonlight, I'm going to teach you something. Okay? You need to understand something about the YouTube communities. Because they're like, think about it like Game of Thrones, right? This is the best way I can describe it. You have the drama YouTubers, you have the gaming YouTubers, you have commentary YouTubers, which is technically an offshoot of drama, right? You have basic child, like family YouTubers. You got VTubers. Like, think about every community that you know of, right? It's like Game of Thrones. We all are trying to kill each other. Like, we all exist within the same space, but we don't like each other. And when one of our community branches into their community and says, hey, this guy really messed up, and calls someone out in that community, all the meat munchers come running out. In like a kind of, again, like a Game of Thrones situation where you have like alliances where creators will defend creators that they know or are friends with and will jump immediately at any opportunity to defend each other versus just waiting a situation out or waiting to see both sides of the situation more in depth. Now, everyone fucks up, right? Everyone does. Everyone will do it. There's moments where I've jumped on things and I had to talk things back, or I had to be like, okay, let me throw my hands up and just walk away from this. But the thing is, when it comes to the gaming YouTube community in general, they are so insular. They hate anything involving drama. They hate everything involving one of their own being thrown out. They hate that. They genuinely hate that. And if you even remotely show something that they did wrong in that community, they'll all rush to each other's aid. Doesn't matter what's going on. They'll do it. Look what happened with Pro Jared. He tweeted out that dumb shit and deleted it fast.
One of their main funding support partners going into all of this.
He said in 2020 that he was currently one of the main funding support partners of the University of San Francisco. This lie is so batshit insane, it's impressive. And keep in mind, the Open Hand Foundation has never given a single dollar to the University of San Francisco. This lie implies many things. It doesn't just mean they give money to the USF, it means they give so much money that it's one of their main funding support partners. It means that Gerard has to know exactly how much money the Open Hand Foundation is giving. He has to know how much money other entities are giving, and then he has to compare the two to conclude that his contributions are large enough to substantiate the use of the word main. This lie cannot happen by accident. End of the
that's a good fucking point. Hold on. I want to re-listen to that part. I want to re-listen to what he was saying here.
Partners of the University of San Francisco. This lie is
Up with the Alzheimer's Association
that we're potentially implying that donations were made.
I'm sorry. We're going to bounce back and forth because this is my first time watching this. I need to hear exactly what Gerard said.
And that he was disappointed because he wasn't straightforward enough about the timeline. But
Thank you for the 5 gifted members, Gaming Witch. Thank you so much for giving back to the community. Make sure you buy Gaming Witch's candles. Her link will be posted in chat. She does great work.
let's look at what Gerard actually said.
And
my father,
wax
my brother, and I
belts.
started a foundation called the Open Hand Foundation that raises money for dementia research and treatment for organizations all over the world. We're soon going to be partnering up with the Alzheimer's Association. Currently working with the University of San Francisco, and we're kind of one of their main funding support partners.
Cheers, my dude. Love ya. No homo.
Oh, it's over. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. It's Jover. Currently working with USF, main funding support partner.
Love ya. No homo.
Implying that you are the #1 donator to USF. Oh, you're fucked. It's so over. it's Jover, chat. It's so Jover.
Going into all of this.
He said in 2020 that he was currently one of the main funding support partners of the University of San Francisco. This lie is so batshit insane, it's
He's basically saying his mother's body parts are his orgs donos. His interview on the sites are from his mother's body parts donation. Yeah, I know. But the money is where we're going from. How are you the main donator of USF if it's just your mother's body? Sorry.
Our power is
impressive. And
friendship.
keep in mind, the Open Hand Foundation has never given a single dollar to the University of San Francisco. This lie implies many things. It doesn't just mean they
They didn't give money, they gave a dead body.
give money to the USF.
That's messed up. Because you see the gaming YouTubers are insular, but that's not entirely the case. I.e., relax. Okay, bro, shut up.
It means they give so much money that it's one of their main funding support partners. It means that Gerard has to know exactly how much money the Open Hand Foundation is giving. He has to know how much money other entities are giving, and then he has to compare the two to conclude that his contributions are large enough to substantiate the use of the word main. This lie cannot happen by accident. And the funny thing about this lie is that right before it, he says they will soon be working with the Alzheimer's Association. This is funny because in this clip from 2020, he name drops 2 organizations that still to this day have not received a single penny. And of course, we know that Gerard was also saying he worked with organizations big and small across the entire world.
we just every year we try to raise as much money as possible, and then we go work with Alzheimer's Association of America, University of San Francisco, Association for FTD, which is what my mom had, FTD. So we've like worked with big and small organizations across the board. We're raising money for dementia research in honor of my late mom, trying to help folks who've been impacted by dementia, working with organizations like USF, FTD Association of America, Alzheimer's Association of America, and so many more. And my dad has been working hard over these last, I'd say last decade or so, working with so many organizations to raise money for dementia research, prevention, helping families and people who've been affected by dementia.
No reasonable person can take this any other way than by thinking that the Open Hand Foundation was giving these organizations money, because
I agree with that. Like actually, not because I'm like trying to be, not because I dislike the completionist, but based on that word track, that he is the main contributor of that information, that money, that foundation, all of that stuff, right? Main contributor. People are led to believe that that money is already being donated and that they are the main contributor to that organization. Ergo means the money has been moved. This guy is, if he goes to court, it's so done. Bro. If he goes to court, it's over. It's so over. It's so over, dude. It's so over. It's so over, dude. I can't get over that. He's gonna lose all of his money.
the simple fact is that the Open Hand Foundation doesn't do anything else. They are simply a middleman, taking money from the fans of the Completionist and moving it to a more worthwhile entity. It's literally their only job, and Gerard was always using past and current tense, not future tense. This isn't not being straightforward about the timeline, it's lying about the timeline. And not only did Gerard lie about giving money or being associated with charities, he lied about what the charity was doing. Listen to this.
We are raising money for dementia research and treatment, more specifically helping families and those loved ones who've been affected by early onset dementia and who are learning how their lives are going to be changing forever, what tools and what necessities they're going to need as they go forward taking care of their loved ones.
These are very, very specific claims, and they are complete fabrications. He is lying out of his ass, and he did this constantly.
Essentially, we're raising money for dementia research and prevention, specifically for people, for families rather, who just found out that a loved one of theirs has been affected by dementia, in terms of getting the correct care, the right doctor, so on and so forth. Raising money for dementia research. We're trying to help those who are affected by Alzheimer's, all types of dementia, and beyond. Specifically, families who have just found out that a loved one has dementia, and the next steps that are taken to help them transition from the shock of it all to the next steps of getting in-house care and so much more.
Gerard lied about giving money.
That's a prepared. Ooh, that statement's rehearsed. Oh God, he didn't care enough to smack his lips into the microphone while eating during the charity event. Oh God, have mercy. Hello, chef. Welcome. Bro, it's so over. Oh my God, he said that multiple times. Oh yeah, he's done. He's so done. He's so done. It's so over, dude.
Gerard lied about working with organizations, and Gerard lied about how the charity was helping victims of dementia, and he was using those lies to solicit donations. This is the textbook definition of charity fraud. Britannica states that charity fraud is a type of fraud that occurs when charitable organizations that solicit funds from the public for philanthropic goals, such as seeking cures for diseases, solicit donations in a deceptive manner, or use the monies that they collect for purposes not intended by the donors. I have definitively shown that Gerard was deceptive, and thus have already proven he committed charity fraud. But what about using money in a way not intended by the donors? Let's investigate.
See, that one is interesting. So before Karl gets into it, like my immediate knee-jerk reaction, right, would be him implying and saying that the money 100% or the money has been donated to these organizations. That's where my knee-jerk reaction goes, where it would fall in line that they collect for purposes that are not intended for the donors. That's where my knee-jerk reaction is. Now, from what I understand, I was not aware of any other ways that the money was used. So well, actually, no, I do. I remember. It was some of the money was used for administrative purposes, guest appearances, and all that other stuff for, I believe it was the golf tournament and some other things. Smaggle. Okay, what? No shot. That's not a real tweet. It's not a real tweet. I'm not pulling that up yet. I'm saving that for later.
That claim. Now, I never used the word embezzled in any of my videos, but Gerard kept bringing it up, and he was adamant that he had not embezzled any money.
Saying that we are fraudsters, that what we are doing is illegal and constitutes charity fraud, that we are using my dead mother's name to potentially embezzle money and steal is categorically false.
For those who don't know what embezzlement means, it's simple. It means theft or misappropriation of funds placed in one's trust. With the power of math, I concluded that money from bits, subs, and merch raised by Indieland wasn't going to the Open Hand Foundation. And not only that, this means all the bits, subs, and all of that extra revenue that Gerard promised us would go to Open Hand wasn't sent over either. This is a pretty specific claim. I mean, how on earth?
Well, yeah, because from what I remember from the Muda response video is that money, and Gerard even admitted that money was used for appearances. It was used for like production costs, everything like that. When he said the money was being donated, it was actually going towards production costs, which in a sense, you may be able to do that. You may be able to do that. Jamie Lee Curtis is involved in this. It could hit that. What do you mean Jamie Lee Curtis is involved? You're fucking trolling. There's no way. That'd be crazy. Hold on. I just figured out how all the links, it's still 45 minutes. Let's help Gerard. Oh! Oh! I just saw it. Does Jamie Lee Curtis know? Does she know? Oh, shit. Does she know? Holy fuck.
Jamie Lee Curtis
What is
involved
happening?
in this.
What is happening?
National news.
It really could. Whoa.
On earth would I know that if I was using bad math and missing information, as Gerard is?
With Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, man, that's so over. Oh, it's so over. If Jamie Lee... Oh.
Certs.
And these accusations are the result of bad math and missing information.
And yet, I was correct, and Gerard admitted this in his response.
Income from Twitch subscriptions and bits, along with merchandise, have offset some of the...
Wait, what is this? Confusing opinion. What is this? Persona 5, several years in the making. Feel like no matter what I do, I just give the heat, give it my all. It will get heat because it's hot. Oh, okay. Okay.
production costs.
Okay,
So to say the
bro.
money is missing is simply wrong.
This was shocking to me. Does Gerard not understand that he is admitting to embezzlement here? To be clear, a charity using donations to cover expenses isn't illegal. It's totally normal and common. But that's not what Gerard did. Gerard lied to the public and said that this money was going to charity and that he wasn't touching any of it.
You can do bits, you can do subs, you can actually donate money. If you are more like, I want a material thing, you can do a shirt, you can do a coin, it all goes to charity, it's all great. Bits, subs, YouTube memberships, or YouTube super chats, anything that supports us is going to the foundation at the very end. As a reminder, all bits...
Ooh. I forgot how bad that clip is. I forgot how bad that clip is. When you look back on that clip, that's bad. That's like really, really bad. Chef, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing?
And subs, including Amazon Primes, go towards the charity as well. So it's all a pass through, all going for a good cause. Gift subs, memberships on YouTube, super chats, all that goes to the charity as well. And hey, if you want to get a t-shirt, all of the proceeds from the shirt also go to charity. Your primes, your gift subs, your bits, donations, all go to charity. We don't take any of it. Bits and subs on Twitch, memberships, super chats on YouTube, all goes to the cause. If you want to buy an Indieland t-shirt,
Spam TMZ's official account to inform her.
No. No. She's definitely heard about it already. Somebody's definitely done it already. Ooh, someone screen clip Gerard's face as the Joker. Yeah, I'll do that. That's That's such a good fucking clip. I'm gonna grab that. There you go. There you go, chat. There you go. He's got the juggalo look. He's got the juggalo look. What are you doing? Huh? What's going on? You good? I'm just making sure Chef's good. How did Gerard not think someone would wonder about this? This is the thing, right? When you are doing stuff and you're beloved and all this crap, people will not question you. And when people do question you finally, it's literally the worst thing on planet Earth. That's why.
Proceeds from the shirt also go to charity. Your primes, your gift subs, your bits, donations all go to charity. We don't take any of it. Bits and subs on Twitch, memberships,
Wait!
super chats, all that goes to the charity as well. And hey, if you want to get a t-shirt, all of the proceeds from the shirt also go to charity. Your primes, your gift subs, your bits, donations all go to charity. We don't take any of it.
We don't take any of it. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's so over, bro. It's so over, bro. It's so over. It's so over. We don't touch any of it. But the money was going to for expenses and the events. How is that donated to charity? Oh my God.
Bits and subs on Twitch, memberships, super chats on YouTube, all goes to the cause. If you want to buy an Indieland t-shirt, you can totally do that. And for the folks who are in attendance, you can actually go buy one from the lobby, so please go do that. All the proceeds and all those things do go to charity. We don't touch any of it. Hey, all bits, all subscriptions, and all donations go directly to charity. We're taking none of it. It's all for a good cause. Gift subs and memberships on YouTube.
Bro, he said it so many times.
Super chats, all that goes to the charity as well. And everything on stream today, whether you're donating bits or subs or donations towards any goals via the Tiltify account, if you buy a t-shirt, anything like that, all the money goes towards dementia research. We make none of it. It all goes for the good cause. All bits, all...
How many? Dude! There's so many clips. There's so many clips. I'm going to bet... Okay, I'm going to bet some money. You want to bet some money, chat? I'm feeling real lucky today that response video is not going to stay up any longer. I give that a month. I give it a month before that video goes down. I give it a month. A whole month. 1 month. 1 month. And it goes down.
All donations, all super chats, all YouTube memberships, basically anything that's tied to donating or subscribing in a financial way to us is going to charity. We're not touching any of it. It's all going for a good cause. As a reminder, guys, all bits, subs, donations, Amazon Prime or Prime Gaming subs, and t-shirt sales all go to charity. So we touch none of it. It all goes for a good cause. We're all the donations and bits subscriptions that are happening on stream today, all
$50 to your name if it goes down in 2 weeks. That'd be crazy.
go towards the charity.
People are saying 2 weeks? 2 weeks, so you're downloading the video? I already downloaded the video. This is the thing you need to understand. If there's a video out there that I know that will probably not age well, I have it downloaded.
If you buy a t-shirt, if you buy our challenge coin, that also all goes to charity. All subs during the stream for the next 3 or 4 days go towards the foundation. All the money goes to the Open Hand Foundation, an organization that we started in honor of my mom, and all that money goes to dementia research. We don't touch any of it. We just work with the people who do need the money. If you want to buy a t-shirt, you should buy a t-shirt. All the proceeds go there. Bits, subs, gift subs, super chats, memberships, anything financially involved with the show goes to dementia research. And all the money that we are raising, whether
Dude, this has been nothing but ridiculous. Oh my God, it's like almost 5 minutes of clips. Jesus Christ, Carl! You killed him!
you are giving us bits, whether you're giving us subs, whether you're buying t-shirts or pins or whatever the hell we're selling, anything and everything in between, all proceeds are going to charity. Gift subs to other people. You can buy subs for yourself. You can give bits. All of that goes to charity. You can buy a t-shirt. We have a challenge coin that can legally be considered a weapon. If you throw it, it's very heavy. All of this stuff is going to charity. Income from Twitch subscriptions and bits, along with merchandise, have offset some of the production costs.
See, this is how you make a video, Gerard. This is how you make a response video. Oh my God. This is, holy shit. This is how you make a response video. If you know somebody is constantly caught in a lie, and you have the proof that they're caught in the lie, just edit their response like this. It's over. It's so over.
And not only did Gerard say this many times, it was plastered on screen during the entire event for multiple years.
I didn't even see that. Oh my God. It's on the streams. Oh my God. That's even worse. How the hell did I not see that until right now? Oh my God. That's even worse. Him saying it and then in the streams.
What you need to understand is that Gerard isn't a charity. He is an individual. When you give a bit or a sub to his Twitch channel, you aren't giving money to charity. You're giving money to Gerard. Gerard said, give me money in the form of bits and subs, and I will give that money to charity. He told his fans and people that look up to him, entrust your hard-earned money to me, and I will give all of that money to the Open Hand Foundation. But you know what happened when everyone gave Gerard their money, assuming it would go to charity? Gerard said, fuck you, I've changed my mind. I'm going to spend that money on something else. I'm going to spend that money on something that directly benefits myself. This is again textbook charity fraud and is the literal definition of embezzlement. Some might say, but Karl, Gerard isn't spending money on himself. He's spending money to fund Indieland. But Indieland is Gerard. It's his event, run by his company, streamed on his Twitch channel. Of everyone in the entire world who benefits from Indieland, it's Gerard who benefits the most. He gets the Twitch followers, he gets the media attention, he gets to mingle with game developers and celebrities. He gets all the credit. And do you really think—
Oh God, he added Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh God, Karl. Karl, did you have to rape the man this hard? Holy shit. Did you have to rape him this hard? I was not expecting a full-blown rape. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. People were underselling it to me. I was undersold how insane this video is.
that everyone who subscribes during Indieland instantly cancels their subscription the moment it ends? Gerard taking donations to pay for Indieland is not only him spending donations on himself, it's him paying for something that he directly benefits from. But besides, what he spends that money on is ultimately irrelevant. He said he would give that money to charity, but instead, he spent it. That's fraud, that's theft, and that is embezzlement. And what makes this even worse is that he would then go and lie, trying to take credit for paying for everything himself.
So for those guys who don't know, we had a show last year, and it went great, but it was very expensive, and TOBG covered the cost of it, but we have kind of.
Oh my God. No way he said that. No way he publicly said. I have to listen to that again.
Last year, and it went great, but it was very expensive, and TOBG covered the cost of it, but we.
Oh my God. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. So in his response to everybody, he goes, holy shit. In his response, he's saying bits and donations were used for production costs. In another clip, he goes, we covered the costs for how expensive that was. But in his response, he said that he used that money to pay for the production costs. So how did they cover it? They didn't. They used the donation money. How does he think he's going to win in court? How does he think he's going to win? How can he threaten a lawsuit? How can he do it? How can all these gaming YouTubers be like, yeah, Gerard is 100% vindicated. He did everything right. How did they say that? How did they say that? How did they say that? Oh. He has no intention of actually filing a lawsuit. I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't file a lawsuit. But it's funny that he would threaten one. That's where my brain lies. It's funny that he would threaten one. That's what I find funny. We have almost 300 people in the stream. Let's get the likes up, people. At least 100. Come on, please. I'm begging you here. I'm being nice about it.
We have kind of a rule of like, we want to make sure that like, as we do charity events, that we're not costing the charity organization or really anyone outside of our awesome sponsors. The guys at FlyQuest have been so supportive. We want to make sure that the money that we do raise actually goes to charity and is spent properly.
Gerard tries.
I want to make sure that the money is spent properly. Wait. I just need to listen to that again.
Credit for paying for everything himself.
So for those guys who don't know, we had a show last year, and it went great, but it was very expensive, and TOBG covered the cost of it, but we have kind of a rule of like, we want to make sure that like, as we do charity events, that we're not costing the charity organization or really anyone outside.
Not costing the charity organization any money, but you said that all donations, bits, and subs would go straight to the charity. Oh my God.
Of our awesome sponsors. The guys at FlyQuest have been so supportive. We want to make sure that the money that we do raise actually goes to charity.
The money that we do raise actually goes to charity, but it didn't go to charity. It never did. It sat in a bank account. But the thing is that the bits and the donos and the subs, the thing that you said was supposed to be in that bank account, were used for production costs on your show. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued with what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say it. I think he embezzled the money. I think he used a misappropriation of funds where he publicly said one thing and didn't do the other. I think Gerard utterly and flagrantly said all money on these streams will go to the foundation and did not do that. And then in his response video came out and said, well, that money was used for production costs. That's not towards the charity. That's toward the production costs. Ooh. Ooh. It's over.
And is spent properly.
Gerard tries to explain why he kept the money for so many years, saying that he wanted to make a restricted donation, and he needed enough money to do that.
This is one of the big reasons as to why the donation took so long. The organization did not raise enough money to make the impact that would allow the funds to be restricted and avoid those high admin costs.
First, I need to point out what seems to be obvious to me, but hardly anyone else seems to acknowledge. Not passing along money people have entrusted to you to give to charity because you don't have enough money and you really want to make a restricted donation is completely bullshit. That is not a sufficient reason to hold funds. This is a completely unnecessary hurdle to place. If you, as an entity, already have a lot of money and you want your donation to be restricted, so be it. But if you keep other people's money and mislead people because of your grandiose vision of how you think you should impact the world, you're just a pile of garbage. At minimum, you should have asked the public first if this was okay, and the fact that you didn't shows a total disrespect for the property of others.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. He's telling people that we're donating the money. Doesn't tell people that, hey, some things have changed. That money goes to production costs so that we can keep the charity going. You can still get these live streams. That's what's funding this so that we can put more money into the charity and take some of the cost away and put whatever's left over into the charity. If he just said that, he would be fine. If he just said that. Woo! And if he was public.
Right. There's a stripper
it.
he likes named Charity.
Pezzy said it right. There's a stripper he likes named Charity. Thank you so much for the 5. You good? You posted booster packs earlier in the game. Yeah, make sure you buy the lolcow trading cards. They link in the description. You guys get some pretty good stuff down there. I'm very excited for my own card and the next card coming out that I have total 100% fingers in.
But let's be honest, this excuse is just another lie. Remember, I emailed the Open Hand Foundation over a month ago, asking them why they haven't donated the money. Did Gerard forget that? He certainly hopes you did. Let me refresh your memory. In the official Open Hand response from Jacques, the vice president of the Open Hand Foundation, he said they hadn't donated because they didn't know who to donate to. They said they...
Here's my response to that. If I got that email, the first thing I would write back is like, how did it take you 10 years not to find somebody to donate it to? How did it take you almost a decade not to donate that money? That would be my first question. I'd be like, how does it take you almost a decade? How does it take you almost a decade to donate that money? How? How? All caps, big question marks, exclamation points littered throughout the email. I kind of would be an asshole about it, but Karl and Muda are much more professional than I am. I would be like, how? Like,
was still looking for a beneficiary and even asked me if I had suggestions. We even asked Gerard why he hadn't donated the money, and he said that he only found out recently and that it was not fucking cool that no money had been donated.
I was made aware in 2021 when the money hadn't moved yet, and that's what made me go, that's not fucking cool, and that's when I got personally involved.
2021. Okay, here we go. Let's get a timeline going. From 2014 to 2021, the money was not donated. Gerard finds out that the money was not donated in 2021. Doesn't go public with it. Doesn't tell anyone about it. Doesn't tell the foundation backers about it. Doesn't tell the public about it. And had it you have a whole other 2 years to figure it out, and you still didn't figure it out? Dude. Come on. You can't be this stupid. You found out in 2021. You got mad that the money wasn't donated in 2021, and you said nothing publicly about it and held on to the money for another 2 years? Bruh. It's over. It's over. He's never coming back. He is never recovering from this. He is never recovering from this.
To move in.
So we asked multiple people from the Open Hand Foundation, and none of them mentioned anything about waiting for a restricted donation. Now, a month later, their story has completely changed. Apparently, this was the plan all along. And you know what's really interesting? They only donated $600,000. They had more than that amount of money over a year ago in 2022. We're almost in 2024. Isn't it convenient that $600,000 is suddenly enough to be a restricted donation, when over a year ago, it wasn't? This hurdle seemed to magically vanish as soon as someone discovered they hadn't donated any money. In fact, I can prove this hurdle never even existed. You can go to the AFTD website right now and choose exactly where your donation goes. You don't need to donate $600,000, and you don't even need to steal donations for 10 years to do it. And the
Oh my God! What? Hold on. We gotta go back. We have to go back. Hello, bag of bagels. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Welcome. Bro, I just found out in 2021 BC, I just have to donate the money in the Bronze Age. Hold on. My favorite part was him trying to say they were racist for covering the story. So no, Gerard didn't say that they were racist. It was some low-tier fucking Twitter account that said there's racism involved in this. Come on.
money. In fact, I can prove this hurdle never even existed. You can go to the AFTD website right now and choose exactly where your donation goes.
Holy shit. He's showing the website. You can actually just donate right here. It doesn't take you 10 whole years to figure that out. Bro, holy shit. This is way worse than I thought it would be.
You don't need to donate $600,000, and you don't even need to steal donations for 10 years to do it. And the icing on the cake is that when me and Mutahar spoke with Gerard, he outright admitted the only reason they were looking to donate the money now is because he was faced with the prospect of this going public. Yeah, that makes sense.
So as of now, the money, as far as your understanding, that $660,000 roughly is still sitting in your that charity account, waiting for a benefactor at the right time.
I mean, as of this week, we've been having conversations about moving it as early as today or tomorrow, just because the pressure I got from you guys, if I'm being quite honest. Not that I was trying to save face, but like, this is a private fight that I've been dealing with for months with my family, and I even told my family, hey, this is the last Indie Land I'm ever going to do, because this is the 10th year anniversary of my mom's passing, and when I kind of found all this information out, I was very unhappy with what things were going, and
he knew this was to
Wait a minute, but you heard about it in 2021. Wouldn't you like put your foot down in 2021, not run another Indie Land, tell everyone publicly about what's going on, and try and correct it? But hold on, wait a minute. So he heard about it in 2021. And now that Karl and Muda have come to him, he was upset about not learning about it in 2021, right? He was upset about that. He kind of feels like that this whole thing is bullshit and blah, 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 all that stuff. So, wait a minute. Presented with that info. Now that he's being confronted, now he thinks he shouldn't run the charity anymore because it's close to the 10-year anniversary. Wouldn't you be pissed even before the 10-year anniversary of your mom passing? That you're upset that this happened in the first place and you wouldn't want to run another indie land until the money was donated. He's trying to get Muda and Karl to feel bad for him. Yeah, no, that's incredibly obvious. I'm just pointing out the retardation in that moment. Like, what are you talking about? You knew about the situation in 2021, did nothing until 2023 where you get confronted by Muda and Karl. And you're trying to say, well, you know, now I'm upset and I don't want to do the charity. It's 10-year anniversary of my mom. Shut the hell up.
Deceptive and wrong the entire time.
I'm not trying to ask for forgiveness. I'm not trying to hide this, but what would you guys like me to do? Because I want to do right by...
What would you... I love that line. What would you like me to do, guys? What would you guys like for me to do? Donate the money and tell everyone publicly about it. I'm pretty sure after this call, if he was just like, listen, I had a call with Muda and Karl. They noticed some things. I fucked up. The company fucked up. The charity fucked up. And I am going to correct it today. If he just did that before they dropped their videos, he would still be treated. He would still be looked at as a piece of shit. But he would have salvaged his career after. Now, he let too much go. He let it go on for way too long. It's over.
By everyone involved on my side, and I want to absolve myself of this as best I can, and I know I can't. And you know, you guys are some of the biggest creators in the space. When you guys will, whatever you guys will say, this is gonna follow me for the rest of my life. And I just want to be able to do right by you guys and by my community and by my family at this point. And I just want, you know, like I literally am.
Wait, why would you want to do right by your family when your family is the one that wasn't donating the money, or the people on the board of the charity that wasn't donating the money? Like, what are you talking about? Because 5 seconds ago, you said I was pissed in 2021 and the money wasn't donated. Isn't that your family and the people that you work with that did that? Why would you try to do right by them when they fucked you over? Come on.
I'm about to like donate all this money today and prior to that, earlier this week and the week before, and I've just been sitting here crippled trying to figure out the best way to handle this, because I felt like if I donated the money the minute you guys emailed me, it'd be a situation of, well, he's trying to hide it and he's admitting guilt by doing that. And
you should have just went public with it and said, hey, there's been a complete like if he literally said there was a massive clerical error for the past 10 years, we haven't donated the money. I found out in 2021, we are going to be handling this. We finally got a benefactor and we're donating the money today. I apologize that this is the situation that happened. We will learn and grow. We're, you know, as a charity, we've been going for 10 years, but we never actually were able to put the funds out. And now we finally did it. If he just did that, he probably would have circumvented a lot of this.
And I never felt that way, but I understand completely that you guys could easily argue that, and it would just make me look more like a scumbag. And, you know, I just want to, you know, I want to do right by you guys and what you think. Even if I survive this somehow, even if this is like, people are like, well, whatever, that's how it is. Yeah. It's going to take the passion out of what I do. People aren't going to trust me ever again. I'm not going to trust myself ever again. And I'm just going to walk away from all this. Like, this is like me being like, great, so I'm out. Not just of content creation or being an online personality. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to disappear and start over and
I'm going to disappear and start over. Dude, he's just running. Holy shit, he's running.
Never talk to anyone ever again.
The simple reality is that if we had not made the videos we did, that money would still be sitting in their bank account doing nothing to fight dementia. And this leads me to what is the worst part of Gerard's video.
Let's start with the Open Hand Foundation's formation. When my mother passed away in 2013, we donated her brain and spinal cord to the same academics and doctors we worked with to further advance their research. There's a link in the description to her autopsy report that confirms her brain and spinal cord were both donated to science.
I hate to say this, but it needs to be said. The way Gerard uses his dead mother is sickening.
Thank God Karl said it. Bro, when we were watching it, I felt kind of bad. I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to get away with saying this, but I had to say it. Like, why does that matter? I'm sorry. Your mother is not a factor in the equation here anymore. This is the actions of the living. Yes, did you have good intentions creating the charity? Sure. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. What happened is that the money sat in a bank account. And the money used from the donations on YouTube and Twitch were towards production costs, not the donations. It's over. You did that. Your family did that. Not your mom. Your mom is dead. Sorry. Your mom's fucking dead. Your mom's fucking dead. Sorry, dude. That sucks. It's horrible. Dementia is a horrible disease. But that doesn't mean that you get to use your mother as an excuse to get out of what you've done.
Investigating Gerard, I had to watch clip after clip after clip, year after year after year, of him constantly bringing up his dead mother every single chance he gets. He uses her to try and gain sympathy, he uses her to try to get money, and he uses her as a shield against criticism. It is utterly disgusting. I recently lost my mother too, and I know the pain of losing a parent. In fact, I've lost both of my parents. I'm not someone who is unaware of how that feels, but seeing Gerard use his mother's death as a weapon and a shield is messed up on so many levels that it makes me feel nauseous. He brings her up again multiple times in this video, and every single time was not only unnecessary, it was completely inappropriate and manipulative. With all of this being said, there was one thing I did get wrong. I said the tax filings weren't signed. In saying that, however, these filings don't seem to be done properly, and they aren't even signed, which is definitely a legal requirement.
The foundation files all their taxes electronically, which does not require a physical signature on the actual forms. Only e-file authorization forms that are sent from a certified public accountant for electronic signature. Not only is this legal, but it is the industry standard for filing taxes here in the United States.
It pains me to say this, but I was incorrect. The forms were signed. This was a throwaway line that was poorly researched, and I shouldn't have said it. It meant nothing. It affected...
Okay, fair enough. At least Karl can admit when he's wrong. Unlike Gerard. At least Karl can admit when he's wrong. Unlike Gerard. Let's just remember that point.
Nothing, and I based none of my claims on this fact. Still, I owe everyone, and especially Gerard, an apology. So Gerard, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry that when discussing your multiple examples of committing charity fraud, I said the open-hand tax filings weren't signed.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Most of Gerard's video is him going over information unrelated to me, my videos, or my claims. He hardly addresses my concerns about the golf charity event money, essentially saying, we didn't take the money, trust me bro. He provides no bank statements, no accounting, nothing. Apparently, we just have to take this proven liar at his word, which unfortunately, I'm not willing to do. And what he does say doesn't even make sense. Listen to this.
Finally, pledges and donations are not always collected at the same time of the event. It might take a few months to receive the funds, often rolling them into the following year's income. As for what the costs are to run an event like this, there are event organizers, venue expenses, crafts and catering, event dinners, support staff, production equipment, rentals, event branded merchandise, security, insurance, and more. Smaller events have smaller costs, and as the foundation scale the events, the expenses increase proportionally.
He says donations from the golf tournaments carry across into the next year, but that doesn't happen. The money doesn't appear in any of the later years. For example, in 2022, Indieland raised over $100,000 according to the lead director of Indieland, Michael Barrity. I think this figure is especially trustworthy given that it's not coming from Gerard or anyone in his family. Jamie Lee Curtis also gave Openhand $25,000. Just those two sources alone is already way over the amount of revenue that Openhand declared for that year, which was just $117,000. The golf money is gone. And what's even crazier,
Wait a minute.
says donations from the golf tournaments carry across into the next year, but that doesn't happen. The money doesn't appear in any of the later years. For example, in 2022, Indieland raised over $100,000 according to the lead director of Indieland, Michael Barrity. I think this figure is especially trustworthy given that it's not coming from Gerard or anyone in his family. Jamie Lee Curtis also gave Openhand $25,000. Just those two sources alone is already way over the amount of revenue that Openhand declared for that year, which was just $117,000.
Oh my God. No way. No fucking way. So they only, okay. Let's be charitable. I'm going to try and be charitable here. Maybe they just filed for the Open Hand Foundation, but apparently the money from the golf tournament goes to the Open Hand Foundation. So if that money's not there, where's the money on the filings? Where's the money? Where is it? Where is it? And Gerard did not say anything about that. In his response video, he never said anything about that. He never said a thing about that. At all. That's insane.
The golf money is gone. And what's even crazier is that despite Openhand not getting any of that golf money, they still took money from other donations to pay for the golf event. Gerard ignores this
Oh, wait a minute. Some of the money went to the golf, but the golf money didn't go to the foundation.
completely and just tries to confuse everyone. He provides an audit from 2014, a year that no one cares about. He breaks down income and expenses from 2023, another year that no one cares about because we don't even have the tax filings yet. Almost everything in the video is completely void of purpose and is a huge waste of time. I'm not sure if Gerard is either too stupid to understand what we said or if he is intentionally being stupid in order to make this as confusing as possible.
I don't think he was being intentionally stupid. I think he's just genuinely stupid, and he forgot to put that in. Do you think Jamie Lee Curtis will sue Gerard? I would imagine she's beyond pissed. If Jamie Lee Curtis sues Gerard, that would be absolutely insane. That would be the funniest thing on planet Earth if Jamie Lee Curtis gets involved. That would be funny as shit. That would be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. If Jamie Lee Curtis actually gets involved, I think I'll just laugh my ass off for like an hour. I guess the dementia is hereditary. Oh my God. Y'all are evil, chat. Y'all are evil. Y'all are evil, chat. Jesus Christ. But like, think about that. That's actually, that's a good joke. It's a goddamn good joke. Oh my God. You holy shit. Ooh. That's so fucked up.
End of the video, Gerard gets angry, puffs out his chest, and attempts to scare me.
Furthermore, my family and I are in serious conversations with our legal teams regarding next steps, as the allegations that have been made with complete disregard for the truth of the matter. These allegations were made by individuals who self-admittedly aren't even financial or legal professionals. These allegations are slanderous, and we believe we're done with selfish intent.
What a pathetic bitch. The guy who lied to his fans for years, taking hundreds of thousands of dollars of their money by misleading them. The guy who kept donations for a decade and only donated because he got caught. The guy who spent donations on himself. The guy who abused the trust of his friends and dragged...
Money is allegedly in his 3D games collection.
Oh my God. Wait. I need that real quest. I'm going to get flagged on Twitter for this one. I'm going to get flagged on Twitter for this one. That's so fucked up. Damn. Chat, I'm not showing it on screen, but there you go. You can go to my Twitter and see what I just did. I stole your joke.
them into this. The guy who jeopardized the financial security of all of his employees because of his sheer stupidity and greed has the gall to threaten legal action. What an absolute buffoon. If Gerard or his family are stupid enough to go after me, I wish them the best of luck. The actions of Gerard are not the actions of a nice guy. He lies chronically, he has no respect for the property of his fans, he is manipulative, he disrespects his own mother who cannot speak for herself by constantly dragging her into this, he takes no responsibility for what he did, he blames everyone else for being too stupid and easily misled, and he attacks those that rightfully call him out for his shortcomings. And it seems like some of Gerard's friends don't mind if he commits commits a bit of charity fraud here or there either. They don't mind if he steals and lies and threatens life-changing legal action when he's the one at fault. They don't mind if Gerard takes objectively immoral action against others as long as he's pleasant and friendly to them. Because at the end of the day, as long as Gerard's nice to them, that's all they care about. That's where their moral compass leads them, directly back to themselves. And that's why if I damage Gerard, I damage them, and they hate me for it. And at the end of the day, this isn't just about Gerard. This is about raising awareness that these types of people exist. There are
Yeah, it's gonna be real nice when I lose my Twitter. I'm losing my Twitter. I'm losing my Twitter today. There's no way I'm keeping my Twitter. There's no fucking way. There's no way I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I'm gonna get flagged. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, I doubt it. I'm joking. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Twitter lets me say what I want now. I'm getting blocked for that one. I'm 100% getting blocked for that one. I would be shocked if I didn't. I would be shocked. Oh God. This That's harsh. Yeah, don't care. Don't care. You're on the wrong channel if you think I care. You're gonna get a lawsuit? Yeah, probably. Whatever. It's a joke. Before Gerard's lawyers stumble upon my YouTube channel, that was a joke. Oh, God. Actually true. I think at the end of the day, right, I think Karl made a comprehensive video not because Gerard's like a piece of shit, right? Obviously. Like, that goes without saying Gerard's a piece of shit. But how I, like, download this information and, like, try to understand this information is Gerard for years was saying that the money was supposed to be going in the right area. It never did. The money was never donated for almost a decade. Learned in 2021, that the money wasn't being donated, did nothing about it, never went public with it. It still ran indie land, saying the same shit he was saying before. Didn't find a benefactor. Told people that all bits, subs, donations, memberships, and super chats will be going towards the foundation and to charity, not to the production cost of the charity streams. So, I think at the end of the day, Gerard's not going to sue people. If he sues Karl and Muda, he's going to lose. It's going to happen. The Open Hand Foundation, as much as I support a charity for dementia, right? I am totally in support of that. That charity should no longer exist. This charity should no longer exist. Everyone involved should be investigated, obviously, by the IRS. They should definitely look into it. And Gerard and his family and the foundation in of itself should no longer be allowed to collect donations whatsoever. Someone else who's a lot more competent should create a foundation actually for dementia that is going to pay the charities in a timely manner and not continuously say for years that they're donating the money this way. I think Gerard either, I can't say maliciously, right? Because I can't tell if he's just an idiot or if he genuinely didn't know anything. I just think at the end of the day, Gerard destroyed himself, and he had so many ways to fix this, and he didn't do it. And I would consider that not just negligence, but actual, and I'm not kidding here, actual, oh man, like, and how do I word this properly without getting sued? How do I word this properly? This is an actual gross misuse of not only your platform, but a charity. Gross misuse. And he should not be allowed to have a charity moving forward. He should not be in charge of being in a charity moving forward. I think he's a fraud. I think he's a fraud. And that's it. I think Karl just overly destroyed him here in every which way imaginable. Karl Muda did great work to completely and utterly destroy this man. And to be real, I genuinely don't feel bad about that. Because he fucked up so bad that you can't sit here and, like, defend the actions of this person. Is it shocking that Pro Jared is defending Gerard? No. Nor be involved with any charity events? Yeah, no. Think about it like this form of the golf stuff mixed with everything else. He had 1.5 million, donated 600K, then kept or spent the 900K. Yeah, that is a good point. I didn't think about it like that. All that additional money, where was that going to? Where was that going? Because he admitted that the bits and subs and everything went to the production cost. Where did all the money for the golf tournaments go? Where did that go? Where did that go? Where did that money go? How do you have 1.5 mil only donate 600K and then there's an additional couple 100K lying around? Where's that money? That is a good point. I didn't even think about that. Because that money is missing. Where did it go? Why didn't he show proof of that? It's in his beard? Jesus. Jesus Christ. My God. This is if he actually goes to court and they go into the discovery, it's over. The minute they go into the discovery, it's over. Social Blade said he lost 30K subs in the past month. Let me take a look at this. I want to see this for myself. Gerard the Completionist. Okay, that's not who I'm looking at. Let me see his Twitch follows. Twitch followers, he's losing 840, daily averages of 28. So that's all on his Twitch. Let me take a look at YouTube. That's crazy. Why can't I pull up his YouTube? Supported platforms, YouTube. Why is it showing me a 1K sub channel? That's so crazy. Why is it doing that? It's just showing me a 1K sub channel every time I check his full name. Like whenever I check the YouTube channel's name. That one video gamer. Is that the @? I'm going to see if I can put that in there instead. Got it. He has lost. Okay. So here, let me show you guys. So right now, over this time frame, 20,000 subs in November. First, second, and he's losing a daily average of 1,000. Weekly average is 7,000 lost subs. 30K in the last 30 days. This is actually not as bad as a bleed as I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, this bleed is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Like, on a day, like, literally, I thought it was going to be worse. I think I've seen a worse bleed on Hassan's channel after the Willie Mack show thing, if I'm being honest, because it was all red versus like this 10K loss spurt, you know? I expected that to be worse. But hey, is what it is. His cult is hanging him in there. Yeah, I guess. I could see that. I could see, like, the diehard fans not, like, doing anything about it. Hugbeats on Moist critical in his podcast said that people will defend awful channels for parasocial connections when they don't know him. That's exactly what's happening to Gerard. Yeah, no. See, that's the thing about, like, gaming YouTubers. A lot of them aren't, like, involved in the drama, and they're just there for, like, the gaming shit, right? So they don't know anything outside of the bubble that they already have, so they'll defend him no matter what. That happens with, like, every single kind of, like, large channel that you know about. Like, I'm not kidding. Every large channel that you know about that gets into real big drama, if they just ignore it, they lose a couple thousand subs, and they just gain them back in a few weeks. But Gerard's doing the opposite. Gerard is making this worse for himself, so more and more people are seeing it. But at the end of the day, you are right. Not enough of them are seeing it to actually unsubscribe from him. That's the issue. It's mostly confined to, like, the regular YouTube community, but not to his audience. Random companies working with Gerard could get audited too, so they will lose sponsors if he somehow survives. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming with that. I can see that. I'm not going to argue that. Does it take on the situation that he's the only one of Gerard's friends who doesn't defend him? Based. I had to turn the volume to 100. The mic's that low? Really? How about now? Because I'm in the yellow on mine. Like when I'm looking at OBS, we're like in the yellow close to red. So let me increase the volume a little bit more. Boo! There you go. You're fine on your end. Yeah, sometimes the mic does that. I think that's the end of the Completionist saga, if I'm being honest right now. I'm not too sure what more there can be said in regard to Gerard at this point. I think Muda and Karl, like, straight up completely and utterly obliterated him. And he has no real recourse left unless he actually goes to court. And if he does, you know I'm going to cover that shit. So we're going to be there for it. Now, I want to talk about something else, okay? So to the people that came for the Gerard stuff, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. If this is not your cup of tea, what we're going over next, that is up to you guys. You're waiting for a goodbye video from Gerard? Yeah, me too. Technically, the response video is his goodbye video. So if you look at it like that, that's technically his goodbye video. Because he even said in the call, he's like, oh, once this all comes out, I'm just going to leave. So, like, what more can be said, you know? Like, is he going to do, like, a sob-filled goodbye stream or goodbye video? If he does that, he's a bitch. Sorry, he's a bitch. If he does that, he's a bitch. And the lawsuit will not happen. And he said he's not going to respond anymore whatsoever outside of that one response. So I would love to stay for the rest, but it's 1:45 a.m. Yeah, Dominic, thank you for stopping by. The stream will be public for everybody moving forward. Imagine Gerard doing a sniper wolf on Muda. Gerard wouldn't survive that encounter. Muda would probably not let that happen. So, to the people watching the Gerard stuff, thank you. If you don't want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. We're going to be talking about Boogie's Audit. I'm excited about this one. I'm very excited because I don't think you guys realize, I think Boogie is pathetic. I'm going to be honest with you. I have, like, genuinely no goodwill towards Boogie anymore. Like, I really don't. I really don't. He's kind of, like, pissed it away with me. And I don't feel bad for Boogie anymore. Like, it's just his own devices, his own situation. He did this to himself. And every time now I see him on Twitter and he's bitching, moaning, complaining like a child. I'm so tired of it. Like, I'm really tired of his bullshit. Like, it's just getting to the point where I actually can't stand Boogie's bullshit anymore. And, like, I used to be kind of, like, sympathetic to Boogie's situation, like, just a little bit. And that's why I never really talked about it. But then the documentary came out. And I was like,
Imagine
huh.
doing a sniper wolf to Muta.
Yeah, he wouldn't survive. But like, I can't feel sorry for this guy. So Boogie has, he's got the Lolcow Live podcast and all that stuff. I give it 4 more episodes before that shit implodes in on itself. I give it 4 more episodes. I'm not kidding. If I had to put money on how much longer the Lolcow Live podcast is gonna go, I'm giving it 4 episodes. Just from my own mental assessment from the last show I've seen Keemstar put together. But I'm just telling you. So Boogie decided to go on a channel known as Caleb Hammer. Now, Caleb Hammer does videos involving YouTuber financials, YouTuber taxes, how much money in debt they're in, like these really like well-known streamers. I think Adriana Lee, the girl in the Miskiff situation about a year ago, was on this show, and she's like stupid in debt. And she's somehow putting a lawsuit together, which I hope she wins, because Miskiff and Crazy Slick suck fucking massive ass. So hopefully hopefully she wins, but she probably won't. So Boogie decides to do a financial audit, and Boogie doesn't like talking about his finances. I think the last time he talked about his finances, he said, "I'm rich. You're all poor because crypto's making me millionaire." And then he made a video complaining that he has no money. Never put your money into crypto. Never put your life savings into crypto. You're going to lose it all. That's actual financial advice. Do not put your money in crypto. It's a scam. So Boogie goes on this show, and I'm going to show you guys something. I have a couple of screenshots of Boogie arguing with the host that he thought he was deleted, and the screenshots weren't taken. So I can't wait to show you those. So Boogie does this. I want to show you how pathetic Boogie's life is now. I've seen only a few minutes of it, but I want to show you guys in its entirety.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie290, coming to was getting to the power of the internet. I'm an old school YouTuber that was like one of the first to the market, going back all the way to 2006 is when I started my YouTube channel.
Where are you based out of these days?
I'm living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where I've been for 25 years.
So that makes so you didn't do the standard oh, things are starting to work in YouTube, let's move to LA, or...
Okay, first off, I'm going to teach you something. You become successful on YouTube, don't go to LA. Don't do it. Don't pull a Rice Gum. Don't pull a FaZe Banks. Don't pull Jake Paul. Don't do any of that. You're pissing your money away. You're pissing your money away if you're moving to LA. And you're an idiot. Like, sure, you get cool collabs, and you get a cool story, but all your money's going to get pissed away. You're an idiot. You're actually an idiot if you move to LA. That is maybe the one good financial move Boogie ever did, is not move to Los Angeles.
I know that's a huge thing a few years ago.
I was really tempted to, but as I said back at the time, I was LA poor, Arkansas rich. Now that's changed a lot because Northwest Arkansas has the University of Arkansas, go Razorbacks. We have the home offices of Walmart, and Walmart did this really smart thing where they told every business, if you want to sell at Walmart, you have to open an office in Northwest Arkansas. So there's like 2,000 offices, small businesses built. We're the home of Tyson Foods. So if you're eating chicken in America, you're probably sending that money back home to us. And we're the home of JB Hunt, one of the largest trucking companies. And because all of those companies are there, including the Razorback games and all of this other stuff, you have the Walmart children, the children of Sam Walton spending money on the area. It's become a really expensive area to live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's the home of all that. But sadly, to be blunt, you're kind of the home of, I think, what every YouTuber fears, right?
Yeah.
The decline.
Dude, I am like, this is the thing, right? The fear is obviously there. If you do YouTube full time, there's a fear there that you're going to fall off. But the thing is that when you're at your peak, be smart. Put the money in the right places. Literally put 90% of what you make into savings. Especially if you're making a shit ton of money on YouTube and you just need enough to like pay bills. Take that money and pay the bills. Don't spend it on stupid shit. Don't buy a Lamborghini. Don't buy a Tesla. Don't buy expensive houses. Be smart. Don't do that. You're an idiot. Like, you're actually an idiot. If you waste that money on something stupid, you are going to fall off. YouTubers fall off all the time. Look at Myth. An example is Myth. Myth is literally a multi-million sub YouTuber. Do you want to know how many live stream viewers he gets on YouTube now? 88. The last time I checked was 88 viewers. What are we at on my 6K sub channel? 280. I have 200 more viewers than Myth does on a good day. That's crazy. That's crazy. And no disrespect to Myth. No disrespect to Myth, but that is a fact. People fall off that are beloved creators. They fall off. PewDiePie, even though he's one of the biggest creators of all time outside of Mr. Beast, out of over 100 million subscribers, gets 1 million, 2 million an upload. When he does upload, he fell off. He's still making really good money. Don't get me wrong, but he fell off. By those metrics, he fell off. It happens to everybody. Don't be stupid. Don't be Boogie. That's this whole stream. If you're thinking about being a YouTuber, do not become Boogie.
Fine. I think you went from, if I'm not mistaken, millionaire, correct? A technical millionaire.
I was close. I was really, really close. At one point, I had, and I mean like for 2 days, when I say close, for 2 days, I had about $780,000, $800,000 in crypto. Went to bed one night and it was worth half that when I woke up.
What were you in?
So here's my biggest regret. I originally invested in Ethereum, and this was based on a few friends becoming Ethereum millionaires. And I had like an initial investment of about $200,000. I put it in, and then it fell for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing, if your friends say, holy shit, invest in Ethereum, put all your money in there, I became a millionaire, that doesn't mean that you are going to be a millionaire. Sorry. That's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. No. No. You want to know why? Because they got lucky. They didn't make a right financial decision. They got lucky. They got lucky. Sorry. Your friends got lucky. If your friend comes to you and says, I invested all this money into Dogecoin and I made a shit ton of money off of Dogecoin, that doesn't mean that you should invest after they told you to invest. Just because they told you to do it. That's literally how you go broke.
200,000 went down to like 80. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't really need the money right now. I'm making money. I can live off
How
of
much
that.
are you making?
10 to 15,000, I think.
A month?
Yeah, in a month. Right.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, incredible wealth. More than you could ever hope to spend, right?
Yeah.
And eventually that crypto went up to past my investment point. Got close. If I held on to my Ethereum right now, if I never needed to dip into it and I had not gambled on stupid altcoins, I probably have about 1.5 million in Ethereum right now.
Even still, like, I mean, okay, what year was
Yeah,
that?
but that's 1.5 in Ethereum. That's not 1.5 in your bank account, Boogie.
What year was that?
The initial investment happened in 2019. Yeah.
Okay, how much did you put into Ethereum?
200,000.
200,000 in
The
2018.
initial investment was in 2018.
Okay.
And then the first market crash.
2018. Let's say you put it at the beginning. S&P 500 was worth 271. Now it's worth 458. It would have almost doubled. Almost doubled.
If I put in like traditional stocks or traditional.
Just, the S&P 500 just
I just love that he goes, "What if I put it in traditional stocks? I would have been okay, right?" Yeah, yes, Boogie, yes. You would have been a lot more secure instead of banking on the crypto market. Yes, that's how that works. Also, we have 275 people here. We're almost at 100 likes. Let's get it, boys and girls.
following the market in general.
Yep.
Was there not a single person surrounding you? Was there not a single person just in your YouTube circle, in the family circle, who's like, dude,
I had the
you're
opposite.
making money.
I had the opposite. I had people telling me, you should invest in crypto. Everybody I knew was
Everyone
investing.
you knew.
All of my
Why would you listen to them? I have friends of mine constantly. Chris, sign up for FanDuel. I made like $500 just betting some money on like parlays. Chris, invest in this coin. Chris, invest in this. I don't listen to any of them. And all of them have lost money. I haven't. I'm still good. Don't listen to your friends. Sorry. Don't do it. You might be the best friends in the world, but if your friend says gamble on crypto, don't listen to them.
YouTuber friends, McJuggernuggets, Kid Behind the Camera, all these people. Like, look, I made millions from crypto. Nobody was telling me that it was too late in the game. Nobody was telling me that I brought Ethereum at $30 and now you're gonna buy it at 280.
It wasn't even too late in the game. It's just like crypto's a gamble.
Yeah,
it's a sort of a gamble. It's like, I hardly consider it an investment versus like traditional. Okay. So
I mean, not to make any excuses, but keep in mind, I didn't come from money. I'm the son of a coal miner, right? And so no one in my life was ever trying to teach me what to do with
It's
money or
true.
how to do it with money. So somebody comes along and they're like, look, I took my initial million and I turned it into 20 million. You should do that too.
that's why I'm excited about this conversation. Usually on the show, I just meet with random people who are either part of the audience or they're off the street, and I just help them through the situations. You're an interesting case here because you follow the case of the professional athlete, the actor, the YouTuber.
Yep.
Boom, lots of money comes in. We put it here, we put it there, we spend it, it just goes crazy. Then we end up broke. It's a traditional story, and that's why I'm so excited to have this conversation. Is because you just followed that path. I mean, what would you say you're worth today in total? Since you guys are so awesome for supporting me, I partnered with a
Okay, sorry, bro. Not happening. not happening.
If you get the grand prize, it's like a bonus Christmas gift. The equity in your house is what's carrying you.
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah.
My bottom line comes down to if and when I need to sell my house, I'll have a nest egg of probably $300,000 that I can hopefully invest smartly this time and live.
Sell the house. There's my first thing. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Sell the house. Sell the house. Sell it. Sell the house. If you have $300,000, let's say you have about $10,000, $11,000, $20,000 in debt. You take some of that money, pay off all your debt, clean slate. Take the rest of that money, invest it into a smaller house, downsize. Boom, you're done. You're good. You're golden. You're golden for a long fucking time. You are golden for a long time. Well, he can't move. So, Prezi, he can't move to a different state. This is where I'm going to kind of like defend Boogie here. He can't move to a different state because he has specialists, doctors, all these people that are actually like, they know his situation. I will say, and I will defend Boogie on that one, that it's kind of impossible for him to move to a different state just based on the medical issues. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong, 76203 whatever. 76, I'm just going to say that. I have the tweets, don't worry. Then lose weight, he could also do that. He could lose the weight, but he's not going to. And even then, his body is so decrepit, even if he lost the weight, he's still going to need specialists for the rest of his life.
Off of the dividends. I'd like to think I wouldn't screw up a second time. I won't like my crypto a second time.
Crypto, but like what next? Like, would you say you've become educated on personal finance?
I at least know not to do that. And I think the other
There's a lot more not to do.
I think the other thing to do is hire a professional.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, get that financial advisor in your corner. That is like the key. Okay, so I just want to start with the basic things for where we are today. YouTube ad revenue. That's the big boy. That's what's bringing in the primary cash monies right now.
And I showed you my numbers. I made about $44,000 in the last year, but
which gives us $3,724 a month on average. But we know a lot of that has to do with
the huge spike came from this documentary. Right?
Okay, the documentary link below. Mike's awesome,
and that spike absolutely will not be sustainable. Now I have a few other projects. I got a great podcast in the works called the Local Podcast. We just made our 5th episode. It's profitable. I think that's going to be an income bringing. That's easily going to bring in probably $2,000 a month. I think within the next 6 months. So that's going to be a nice lifeline. My YouTube number.
Okay. Sure. Okay, bro. Oh, I really hope Boogie's not banking on that podcast staying longer than another month. I'm really hoping he isn't banking on that. Oh, Christ, I really hope.
I think you're going to settle at probably $3,000 a month. But if you look at my finances, if we've gotten into them, to be comfortable, $2,100 mortgage, $800 a month health insurance, utilities, bills, everything. I need about
$800 a month in health insurance. That is fucking insane. That's crazy. When did he get health insurance? In his 40s? That's $800. $800 a month on just medical insurance. Is there nowhere that Boogie can get medical insurance? Does the government not offer anything for that?
$7,000 a month to maintain my existing lifestyle, which I just don't think we can do.
Oh, we don't trust me. We will get there. Yeah. Patreon, like honestly, what's even the point? It's $122 a month.
I never
do anything.
No, I
on there.
No, I never promoted.
See, okay, to diversify some of the income stream here, we launched a Patreon. We did a budgeting program, but we didn't just do them as cash grabs. We actually thought of them as potential future business avenues. And the way that we did them is we put way more value into them than what we.
Did I watch the Karl video yet? I'm just getting here. Yeah, we did. We did watch it. Now we're watching Boogie go through a financial audit and getting ripped apart.
Charging.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And
so my Patreon, if you go and read it, it originally said this.
He makes too much to make government insurance. Okay, that's a fair retort. Fair retort.
This is an AdSense forgiveness Patreon. If you want to give me $5 a month because you use ad blocker, please do. And that was all. I never promoted it. I never pushed it. I never, for the most part.
You have dedicated fans. You do have dedicated fans. You've gone from almost 4 million subscribers down to, or almost 5 million subscribers down to, gonna fall below 4 potentially.
Yeah, it probably will. Probably within the by the time this airs, honestly. There's a very real chance, yeah.
With that, like, are there?
What is Boogie at right now, subscriber wise? I'm so curious what he's doing subscriber wise. He's at 4.02. 4.02. Huh.
There's clearly people that are still very dedicated Boogie heads, whatever you might call them.
I did ask these people for help like a year ago, and the internet publicly shamed me.
You've asked people for help a lot.
No value. I mean, like one time I threw myself on I took a huge hit to my health, and I was like, got really scared because these medical bills are starting to pile up. And this one time I came out and I'm like, hey, I really could use some help.
Wasn't there the, oops, I just accidentally bought a $100,000 Tesla. Please give me money.
That was a bit. Like I never bought a Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get a Tesla?
No, of course not.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm driving a Toyota hybrid Corolla that I bought used for $20K.
Yeah, I saw the Toyota. I was like, did he get rid of his Tesla?
Never had one.
Never had one. So that's this internet rumor.
I mean, so I went with my friend McJuggernuggets to a Tesla dealership. He test drove, I test drove, right? He's like, I'm going to buy one. I hope you buy one. Let's look into getting you one. And I got this.
Why does he always listen? Why does he always listen to that? Is he like an idiot? Is he like actually an idiot? Why would he even like consider the option for a Tesla? If you think that you cannot afford a Tesla, Why in the hell are you even playing around with the idea in your head to get a Tesla? What is the point? What is the point?
Crazy idea in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it's showroom experience, right? I'm like, I'm gonna get a Model X with wing doors. And then I called my friend at the Celebrity Car Museum in Branson, check him out. And I'm like, how much to kit it out as a modern day DeLorean? It's like maybe 10, 15, maybe 20. Let's put the money into it. And I thought I'd have a cool show car, right?
Yeah.
We're coming off the back of Ready Player One. The DeLorean was all the rage again. Back to the Future anniversaries just happened. I'm like, this seems like a smart investment. While I was in the showroom, and I got home, and I put a $2,500 investment deposit down. And I'm like crunching the numbers, looking. I'll spend $50,000 today on a down payment.
Yeah.
I'll loan out the other 50. This is a stupid decision.
It would have been aggressively stupid. I'm so glad you didn't.
I'm very happy he didn't do that because he would be in a way worse position than he already fucking is. Like a dumbass. Holy shit.
Yeah. So,
I'm so glad you didn't do that. That was one of the scariest things that I thought I heard.
but at that point, why not just play the character?
Is it
right? At that point, just let the internet do what the internet's going to do, right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect.
Why would you let that rumor spread? There's my question. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Just show the Honda. Take a video yourself. Go, I don't have a Tesla. It's not in the front yard. Here's the Honda. I didn't buy the Tesla. That's such an easy thing to debunk. Why would you let it continue that way? Why would you continue to allow people to say that?
Front page of Reddit. That was wild. And to this day, I think it's still fascinating. People think I bought that car. I can't believe you thought I bought that car.
I thought you bought that car.
And the worst part about it is, and anybody out there, like if you want to buy a luxury car, buy a luxury car. I don't think it's a smart decision. But if you're gonna buy a luxury car, don't buy a Tesla.
What's wrong with Tesla? I'm considering getting a Tesla.
They're so expensive for repairs. If someone dents that vehicle, they know it's a luxury car, so they make sure they upcharge you every chance they get. If you want to go at the fastest possible speed, there's a fee to unlock that. It can do it. It's just a software governor. They charge you to let it have the ludicrous speed. Like it's one of the worst money things I think you can make. I've routinely
cars
made
in
fun.
general. I mean, unless it's like a beater that's getting you from A and B, or just safety measures or room for family, everything beyond that starts becoming a want.
That's
so
why
luxury vehicles are okay if they're,
That's when I bought the newest car I've ever owned was this hybrid.
Yeah.
It had one previous owner. And I bought it just before all the prices went crazy. So I got it for 21,000. I wanted to build credit, so I put 12,000 down. I loaned out the rest.
You still own it?
I think maybe 1,000 or 2,000. It's in the neighborhood.
Thank you for the membership. You're awesome. Memberships are massive here. Thank you so much.
Not very much.
Okay.
And you get to see the new members only video.
Facebook.
Nice going. You get to see the new members only video. Love that.
$6 comes in a month. Again, what are we doing there? We're just posting some clips and just nothing's happening? Or?
No, this is Meta PC. So this is a sponsor that I have. We get 5%.
Thank you for the subscription. Way Wolf, appreciate you. We are really close to hitting 7K on this channel. Like stupid close. If you're new, please subscribe. Thank you so much. I have a goal to hit 10K by next year.
Of the sales that we make in a month. So some months it's low like this, $76. On a really good month, it's maybe 300.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's keep going through the income. Twitch.
Gaming Witch, thank you for the 5 gifted. You do not have to do that. You've already donated 10 today. Thank you so much.
Again, not... For some reason, I would have thought you were doing better on Twitch.
And here's the thing. It's because, number one, I don't stream as often as I like.
Why?
I get very anxious doing it. Most of the bad things that I ever said, I said on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
So then watch your mouth. It's not very hard to stream. I'm sorry. It's not hard. Like, look what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting here. I'm talking to chat. I'm not saying anything fucking completely out of pocket that would get me into fucking trouble. Sure, do we have some fucking stupid streams that go members only because they're kind of funny and I don't want those, to be public? Yeah, I'll do those for members. But, like, if Boogie just live streamed on YouTube where he could get away with a lot more shit, he would probably be fine. But if he went on Twitch, he would get banned because of all the dumb shit he says.
Because I have this, trying to totally break character with you here, I have this very Andy Kaufman-esque character. Also that, I'm an idiot. And so I will either push the edge because I grew up on Andy Kaufman, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Andrew Dice Clay. I love shock humor. I listen to shock humor still to this day.
But people didn't like it when you did it.
No, they like it coming from a shock jock or shock comedian, not the person that some people branded as the Mr. Rogers of YouTube.
That's because you were known as the nice guy, Boogie. You were known as the nice guy. You did that to yourself. You didn't do anything that would say any other way that you would have this kind of humor. Your stuff back then didn't show that kind of side of you. So when you say something out of pocket in a manic way, people are going to be like, what the fuck did Boogie say? What are you doing? That's because you weren't being authentic, Boogie. That's why people did that to you, because you weren't authentic.
You can't do that. Bob Saget did it, but I know Bob Saget, right?
So why we do it then?
Stupidity. It just, but on top of that, if you watch one of my live streams, I mention donations, subs, stuff like that, maybe once in a 2-hour stream, because I've never, against the character I play, against the reputation I have, I don't like crowdsourcing.
But you refuse to get a job. And
I don't like crowdsourcing. Makes 2 videos saying I'm rich, go fuck yourselves, and then makes another video saying I'm broke, I need your help.
We need money to survive.
It's less of
so we have to do something.
It's less of refusing, more that I just don't know if I could.
I do have good news about that, though.
Yeah.
You're not going to have 4 million subscribers for long, so you can get a job now. Sorry, buds.
I mean, that's not something I would actually ever say,
Merch. People aren't really buying your merch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd take $20 for a month, for
I
selling
get it as
product.
well, but when I start seeing people on this show, especially business people, we're just so scattered into different pots, and little's coming in here, just not adding up too much. Instead of, like, this is what I was going to start bringing up with Twitch. Like, you say, oh, I'm not really on there much, and things have been consequences from what I've said, and then I'm feeling anxious about it. Then I'm just like, okay, we're done with Twitch. We even get focus all in what we know can be the revenue builder all time.
Which continues to be YouTube ads.
Yes, it does. This is absolutely the biggest number that we have seen here so far. Now, would I be able to? They're not gonna be able to see it, but would I be able to see the studio app?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think I showed you a screenshot.
Yes, there's a couple things I'm curious about. Private for my eyes only, not for you. Okay. So what I'm mostly curious about, I want to go lifetime. So, dude, okay, this is what the revenue looks like. YouTube revenue starts, right? Because obviously, first of all, when YouTube started,
the first 3 years I started on YouTube, there was no partner program. Partner program didn't exist.
So
Okay, so this is something I see that a lot of old YouTubers keep saying. It's like, the partner program didn't exist. I made no money doing this for like 3 whole years. Yeah, but you were also there at the ground floor when YouTube AdSense was paying out the ass for garbage. You made so much money during that time frame that the AdSense was at its height. Why didn't you put any of that money away? Why didn't you do it? Even with me sitting here being like, hindsight Andy here, like the adpocalypse and anything, my first response would be, if I let's say I made like 20K in 1 month, I want to say at least 90% of that would have gone to like savings, or at least like put in an IRA or something. I would not be touching that money. That money would be somewhere else. And if I decided to invest it in something else, it goddamn wouldn't be crypto.
go like, and then just trickle to where we are today. Is what your graph looks like that. That scares me.
Yeah, I had like 2 good years. If you look at the 17-year history, I had like 2 really good years.
You've made $1.3 million. Incredible.
In 17 years, which comes out to what per year?
I know, but that's still
Are you a math guy?
Well, not a public math guy. What did I say? 1.3?
Yeah.
Over 17? 17 was when you started earning? Or
15 would have been when I started earning.
yeah, $86,000 a year. Well, I mean, you're above the median household income.
Out of disability, which is what I was on when I started the YouTube
Yeah,
channel,
absolutely. But this, managing money correctly and not spending a lot of it on prostitution, would equate to us having at least a little bit of money now.
Well, again, to address that important part of the doc, number one, those numbers are rounded up. Mike admitted that those numbers.
Why were those numbers rounded up? You even said that this documentary is like a deep dive look into your life, and it's going to show the side of Boogie that nobody's ever seen before. Why would you inflate the numbers? Why would you do that? You're throwing an air of ambiguity out there now that people are constantly going to speculate on how much you actually spent. You did that to yourself. You didn't look at the numbers and go, man, Mike, this is kind of a little over the top. That's not how much I spent on pussy. Can you please make sure that it's accurate? Because people are going to ask me about it. I didn't spend $200,000 on pussy, Mike. Wait, why didn't you say something?
Around
oh, I remember. It's because you want to feign, what was it? You want to feign being a victim. That's why. You wanted to be a victim of yourself.
Up and adjusted. Secondly, the majority of that money was spent traveling. And I went to the Game Awards. I went to Disney. It was still a huge waste of money. But I think if we're dropping character, and I think if we're being genuine here, I tried to get a travel channel off the ground and try to do what my friend Jacob the Carpetbagger and Adam the Woo do. And I thought people would watch me go to Disneyland, right? I'm a big fat weird guy trying to do this, do that. Turns out they did not want to watch me do that.
So if you contributed of the 80 whatever that you're making on a monthly basis, 20% on a monthly basis, which is like just very basic recommended, contributing to just the standard stock market 8% return, being a little more conservative there from beginning to end, up years, down years, all combined 8%. Sure. Over the course of the 15 years, $17,000 a year would equate to almost $500,000 Now, obviously, we continue and just let that continue to compound and hopefully throwing more things in there. We could have gotten you to a point where, mid-60s retirement. What scares me now? I'm not going to talk about the age thing, like whatever. This is financial.
Oh, man, I'm not making it to mid-60s. Let's just be honest.
Oh, well, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah. Boogie just straight up says I'm going to die at 60. I'm not even going to make it to my mid-60s, so why the fuck should I care? Yeah, the greatest thing Boogie ever said was like, oh yeah, why would I pay off my house if I'm going to die? What? Boogie, nobody buys a house and plans on sunsetting themselves when they buy a house. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I bought this house, but I always planned on just ending my own life. So I don't care to pay off the house. That's crazy. That is the most cope response I've ever heard from another individual.
I'm not talking about the, I know a lot of people wanted, okay. This is financial audit, not dating audit. So, she's going to live longer than you.
Sure.
You guys might get married, maybe.
Sure, probably.
What do we do when you're no...
Boogie, please, for God's sakes, don't marry this girl. I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you. I know she makes you happy. I know, bro. I get it. Please do not marry her. I am begging you, do not marry this girl.
Longer here, and you've left nothing to a widow.
Well, my process has always been, when I met her, without getting into her personal history too much, because it's not necessarily the place for it, but when I met her, she was struggling with severe social anxiety. She was struggling with just getting her life together. When I met her,
you should not be in a relationship with her then. I'm just going to say it. You shouldn't be in a relationship with her then. If you're trying to get your life together and you're trying to figure your shit out and you are also like a complete mess, you should not be in a relationship. You should fix yourself before trying to fix others. And Boogie just doesn't understand that.
I was talking to my friend Michael Kidd on the camera, and his plan was just be the person you needed when you were in that position. Because that's who I was when I was her age. When I was 20 years old, just like her, I couldn't function in the world. I played EverQuest and World of Warcraft and I built terrible websites and made a barely passable income.
What does this have to do with you leaving her or anything?
Well, hold on, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
If I left her destitute,
Yeah.
my plan is to still leave her better off than she was.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
like get her
sure.
out into the world, get her the experience she needs, get her working when she's ready.
But if we're
get her an
responsible with money, you
education when
actually
But she's not working. What is she learning from you, Boogie? What is she learning from you? There's my question. What is she learning from you? I'm sorry, dude. What is she learning from you? What have you done to teach her how the world works when you can't even keep your own life together? How are you going to teach her to be a better person? How are you going to teach her to be somebody that can handle the world when you can't handle it yourself? How are you going to do that?
leave her a nest egg instead of just, you know,
Well,
putting
right.
life
I'm just
now.
Saying, I'm just saying right now, that's a conversation her and I have had. And like that's a very real possibility. And she's chosen to stay with me because she's not in it for the money, right? She's in it for the life experience. She's in it for the love. She's in it for the companionship. She's in it to become a better and stronger person.
But as a
I'm helping her
partnership,
do that.
caring about the other partner, you want to, instead of putting now with instant gratification, we want to leave.
Well, that's why I'm
something.
here.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I'm sitting down with you today.
No,
because
absolutely.
I'm hoping you help me create a financial plan that can.
That's why I don't
move
call
us
it out
in that
immediately,
direction.
so you don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a mortgage.
Yeah.
This is your biggest equity position. What do we think the house is worth today?
Zillow tells me 480. One of the houses in the neighborhood just sold for a little over $5 million. It's the same size, or sorry, $500,000, 500,000. And it's the same size as mine. It's literally across the street and it just sold. So I think there's a very real chance that I need to put maybe 20,000 of work into it. We need new carpets, we need paint, stuff like that. There's a hole in the ceiling and some,
Did you
frames
almost
that
lose
took
this?
damage. Do what?
Did you almost lose this house at one point?
No, never.
Okay.
Yeah. That's always, I will.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, Boogie. Okay, Boogs. Okay. Okay, Boogs. Okay.
This beautiful fall day. Is it fall officially? I think it is. But in my backyard with my puppies. And I want to have a conversation with you.
Well, this is a video I dreaded making, but it's time. So I'm asking for your help as we head into the holiday season. Not happy about it, but here we are. So if you've been watching the channel lately, you know the last 3 videos I've uploaded were Francis videos, and that's by design. They're attention grabbers, they're polarizing, the algorithm likes it, so I'm trying to dig my way out of the hole that I currently find myself in, and I'm not always a huge fan. But there's other reasons I'm making those videos as well. There's good and there's bad reason, and let me start off with the good. The good news is, if you've followed me for any amount of time, back in 2019, you'll know I had a nervous breakdown, and I had to take a huge break from this job. And I still did the bare minimum. I was on Twitter too much, but I only made like 1 YouTube video a week or every 2 weeks.
Come on, Bugs. Where's the part I'm looking for?
I needed a break from this for the first time in like a decade. And I was hoping that when I came back last March, my audience would be there for me, and so many of you are. I'm so grateful. So many of you are watching the videos, you're watching to the end, you're dropping a like, you're sharing with friends, you're commenting, you're out, you subscribe, you're doing all the YouTube stuff, and it means the world to me. And I know I'm in a position where mentally and physically, I'm ready to make this type of content again, spiritually, mentally, physically, every possible way. I'm excited to make it. I'm enjoying writing for the character again, I'm enjoying acting it out, I'm plotting things out with my friends, I'm looking forward to making a huge Halloween video, a huge Thanksgiving video, a huge Christmas video. I feel good, and I'm excited to do it again. The bad reason is I'm finally in a position where I have to get back to work. And I'm not making any excuses here. You know I spent a tremendous amount of money on dumb things. But the biggest issue is that I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice, but I put my money.
I'm not pointing fingers necessarily, then proceeds to go on the Keemstar show and point fingers at my McJuggernuggets.
In the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything. That sucks. That really sucks. It is what it is, though. I mean, like, I've come to terms with it, but I need to get back to work. I have some savings, but they're going quickly. And if I don't start live streaming and making content and getting ad revenue and stuff again, I'm going to lose everything. And I definitely do not want to do that. So that's why I'm asking for your help today. And it's as simple as
I'm going to lose everything. Does that not imply, chat, that he is going to lose the house? But 2 seconds ago, in this video, Boogie said, no, I was never at risk of losing the house. Okay.
bend over backwards to make sure that mortgage gets paid.
Yeah.
If I have to sell everything I own, if I have to, and I have, we've made some concessions that I'm not entirely comfortable sharing because the people involved are private people.
Okay.
But I did move a roommate in. He's been helping a little bit here and there. I had a roommate
Sure.
in the last 25 years. He's finally been able to kick in a little bit as well. So we are finding ways to.
So there's 2 roommates.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the purchase price of this house?
The original purchase price $275, and then I refinanced in 2018 because of my divorce. So the loan in 2018 became $200,000 because I put more money down because I had money to put down. So I got it down to 207.
You know, we're at 4.3%. What are we going to refinance? You're going to get like hit to 8%.
Well, the plan would be to try to bring the initial monthly payment down. I really don't want to have to ever do that because we're 5 years into a 15 years. So we paid so much principal off.
Wow, you did 15 year.
Yeah, I was making good money at the time, so why not do 15 years? But now we're from 2018 to now we're 5 years into a 15 year. Now I'm no math wizard, and you are the math wizard, but that means I paid a good amount of principal off, right? I'm earning a very solid amount of equity by staying in that house, right?
Well, you definitely pay more.
Doesn't matter how much equity you're earning on the house, paying the mortgage, you should sell the house and downsize. You should sell the house, Bugs. It doesn't matter how much equity you're building in that. Your life to this point, that equity doesn't matter. It doesn't. Sell the house. Get something smaller. Downsize. Make your life more manageable. Make your monthly payments more manageable. Just because you're putting equity in it does not mean that that money is going to be useful to you. And what you're putting into the mortgage is not going to be useful to you.
Interest up front, but yes, 5 year into 15 years, definitely starting to see more benefit.
Right.
Absolutely. I love the rate though.
Yeah,
the rate
couldn't get a better rate, right?
We would like
With
something,
my,
but like
with my credit, I could not have gotten a better rate.
for sure.
at the time.
But
I mean, the reality of it is, moving out of that house and trying to stay in Northwest Arkansas near my medical professionals where I need to stay.
you have to say.
Yeah, it's a very stupid idea. There is very little in the area. I might be able to get an apartment for $900 a month. I might be able to get a duplex for $1,300 a month, but paying $2,100 in and then having some of that being brought in by roommates, I'm paying as much to live in this house and build equity as I would be giving it all to a landlord instead.
If anything, of course, I don't have the full financial history of like the last few years, but if anything that I know just from just internet, this was the good choice.
Oh yeah, this is a smart
This
choice.
was the good choice.
Yeah.
And 30-year fix or 15-year fix, there's different philosophies on that. I personally go 30-year because I just feel like I can just make a better return on investment putting the rest of the money somewhere else. But either way, I'm totally okay with this. To limiting risk, knowing your position and knowing that the YouTube career can be, a quick woo, I would have like, okay, we made 1.3 million and we owed a total of 208,000. I wish we could have just taken care of this and lowered your risk profile over that time instead of doing the traveling and stuff like that. Where all my money's been going, I pay a little extra towards this on a monthly basis, but where my money's mostly been going is into cash flowing properties that then pay for this if YouTube goes away completely.
Yeah.
So that's
It's called buying property with cash and then renting it out, and then you make that money back. And then once it's all done, you're basically just earning money for the rest of your life as a landlord. As shitty as it sounds, being a landlord, kind of based. You're making fucking hand over fist. If you're a good landlord and you're not shitty to your tenants, you're making good money, and you also make people be able to have affordable housing. That's pretty awesome.
I wish we were risk mitigating.
Right.
But instead of that, we were going into crypto.
So nobody ever likes this answer.
Okay.
Because it's not a good one. And nothing I'm about to say is an excuse.
Let's hear it.
But the headspace that I was in 2018.
Okay, nothing about it saying is an excuse, but now we're going back to the headspace in 2018. Here we go. But it's not an excuse. I swear.
Was not a very good one. And so I was not planning for a potential future because I did not feel that I had.
Yeah.
In 2018, Christmas, I had planned to take my own life. And I made it to that Christmas date, and I decided to postpone it for the dumbest reasons. Christmas Day, I'm sitting there alone. I have my dog in my lap, and my roommate's out of town, and I realize my dog's going to be sitting there with my dead body for 3 days. And I'm like, you know what? I need to wait. And I rescheduled to July 24th, 2019, which was my birthday. And I thought in that process I would travel a lot so that my roommate and my dog, who never really bonded, would begin to bond. So if you look at my travel scan plans, in January, I spent a couple weekends away. And in February, it became 3-day weekends. And then in March, it became 4 days weekends. And by July, it rolled around, I spent 2 weeks in California saying goodbye to my friends with the plans of going home to end myself.
I'm very glad.
2 weeks in California during VidCon. Is that where you told iDubbbz that you were going to kill yourself if he made a content cop? Is that when that happened, Bugs? Is that when that happened, Boogie? Is that when that happened?
You didn't, by the
Well, I
way.
ended up doing some, which I do not recommend, right? We don't casually do. I did it under the, I did that with the guidance of a shaman. And my original trip was in 2019. And I realized that I had to stay on the path that I was on. I realized that this was what for better or for worse, no matter how hard this was.
I'm going to tell you right now, shrooms, not for everybody. Don't do them if you cannot handle the deep realization that your life is probably shit. You should not do mushrooms. I'm telling you.
Going to be, I had to stay here and do it. Now here I am 4 years later doing it. And it's not been great. It's not been, and I went home and COVID happened. And
Well, I have a question for you for the future of this conversation and what we're trying to do here. Are you willing to, and I think it might be for like the true first time from just conversations I've watched preparing for this, and then obviously this conversation so far, are we willing to just let go of the past? The past does not define us. We are human beings that are on this life, have a life temporary on this planet, that we are growing, and let's look for the future.
well, we are
now.
talking about the past. Like we're talking about the financial decisions I was making in 2019.
No, I know. But when it comes to
right?
what
So, like,
we
obviously it's
uploaded,
relevant. But if you're asking if I have personally moved on, yeah.
but are we willing to in this conversation? Like, are we willing
Sure,
to?
unless you ask me why I was making these financial decisions in 2019.
Oh my God, he keeps going back. Holy shit. Dude, he's like, okay, can we move past like your mindset back in 2018? You're using that as an excuse. Like he's literally trying to say you're using it as an excuse without expressly saying that Boogie is using that as an excuse. That's literally what he's trying to get at. And Boogie's just like, well, you asked me about it. Well, no, he didn't. He asked you why this financial portfolio wasn't built during that time frame. You go on a tirade about how you did mushrooms and you're going to kill yourself and everything. He's just like, oh, okay, bro, like whatever.
Going to tell you, I'm going to tell you.
That's fair, right? No, that's fair enough. But when it comes to I uploaded this many YouTube videos then and stuff like that, like, okay, let's like, what can we do in the future? Just make this awesome, so that we can make sure you're financially secure.
But I had a nervous breakdown at the end of 2018, and I don't even think you could put this in your video. But
He literally keeps talking about all the excuses. It's not an excuse, but in 2019, I almost ended my life.
I said something extremely inflammatory. I said to the people who had spent the last year harassing me, getting my sponsors to stop supporting me, attacking my fans, and attacking me personally. I said that they were worse than, which is not a thing you can say.
Okay, he said worse than Nazis. He said people that were trolling him are worse than Nazis. Nazis.
Right? It's also not true. It's hyperbole. I didn't mean it. But I said this on live stream. Right? You can't take that back once the cat's out of the bag.
You in live streams.
Yeah, right? Which used to be extremely lucrative. I used to make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month from live streaming when I was really good.
Where's that clip? Boogie 298 trolls are worse than Nazis. Worse than rapists.
But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are fucking rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they fucking believe in. They may be pieces of garbage. They may be pieces of shit. They may harm other people, but at least they believe what they fucking stand for. You stand for nothing. You stand for nothing. Even a disgusting piece of shit rapist is better than you. Even a piece of shit racist garbage Nazi is better than you.
That and we're really pushing it. Are you always live streaming
Come on, guys. Remember that. Remember.
3 hours a night, 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week, and we bring home 5, 10K sometimes.
I was talking to a very successful streamer a few weeks ago about you, and he thinks you can make like 20K a month
If
on
I can
Kick.
keep my foot out of my mouth, and that's something I have so much trouble doing. Even there, I mean, like, people, probably rightfully so, but for whatever reason, I think I'm held to a standard that I don't know that I'm good enough for. I'm going to say.
Well, you also react to everything. You feed them. You feed them. It's I haven't opened TikTok in like 2 months.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. It's like, hey, you respond to everything that the trolls want. Well,
so it's like,
yeah, a lot of the things that you want to talk about have really changed since March in this last year.
What happened in March?
Again, I went into some really intense therapy. I combined it with and the mentorship of a shaman, and those 3 things.
That shaman is also dying of cancer. Like, he is not going to wish the cancer away. The mushrooms are not going to cure his cancer, Boogie. Is that not the guy from the Mike Klum documentary? Doesn't he have, like, cancer, and he said, I have wished the cancer away, or, like, I've cured myself of cancer because of mushrooms?
If you look at the statistics, modern science is showing, and I can recommend a documentary if anybody's interested, How to Change Your Mind. It's available on Netflix. Have the capacity to cure post-traumatic stress disorder, which was my biggest issue, right? It's one of the reasons I was stuck in these negative thought patterns. And so with a combination of doing intensive, twice-a-week therapy with a traditional therapist, while combining that with seeing a shaman and taking the mushrooms, puts your brain into a place of neuroplasticity. And so you can learn, finally, right? And then you do that with the therapy, and you can learn from the actual...
Was it the same shaman? I think it is. I think that's the guy.
Therapist. And this last year I made such tremendous strides. It's that, right? So
whatever works for you, man. Right?
Old Boogie, a year ago, the egotistical, self-centered, extremely defensive man.
Think you're different?
Considerably.
Okay.
Yeah, considerably. Here's how I know I'm different. I wouldn't have been here. If you invited me to do this in December of last year, I would have laughed at you.
Why?
Because this is humiliating. This is difficult.
Lockout Live where Boogie said Caleb was stupid. It is not even... Oh, yes. Don't worry. We're going to get to that.
This is hard. I have to swallow a tremendous amount of... sure, it's how humiliating is it to look at every mistake you've ever made printed out and be called out on your... for thousands of people to see.
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands, right?
Please.
You know?
I hope. Where I try to structure the most episodes is hopefully we end towards a positive note. That is where I want to go. Like the future.
But again, I knew walking down here that this was a hard pill to swallow.
It's very brave.
Right? But I'm telling you, never would have even considered doing this.
Okay. So could you tell me what this is, please?
This is either the car loan or one of the dumbest purchases I've ever made.
What's one of the dumbest purchases you've ever made?
This is the car loan.
Okay. We'll get to the dumb purchase soon.
Yeah, the dumb purchase was a dog.
Well, I have 2 dogs. They're great.
I spent way too much on a dog.
How much?
How much?
Purebred, miniature poodle.
Sure.
Which generally will cost you about $3,000 to $3,500.
Okay.
I bought him in a pet store, so I paid $5.
Go to the shelter. Go to the shelter. Go to the fucking shelter. What are you doing? Why are you paying $5,000 for a dog? You want to know how much Chef cost me? No joke. Like when I went to go pick up Chef, I got him from a shelter. You want to know how much Chef cost me? They gave him vaccinations and everything. When he was a kitten, right? When they found him as a kitten. You want to know how much Chef cost me? The gas money to go get him. That's it. I went to go pick him up. Cost me no money. Why in the hell are you going to pay $5,000 for a dog? Just get a dog at a shelter. Get a mutt. Get something that's like not a purebred. You don't need to spend $5,000 on a fucking dog. It's just not something that's manageable. It's not something that's good. You should not spend $5,000 on an animal.
How much money did you have at the time?
About $108,000 I think.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Like if they for like medical expenses to save their lives, absolutely you should do what you can to keep your dog alive if you could afford it or a cat, right? Like I did that with Chef. But to get the animal in the first place, to pay $5,000 when you could just go to a shelter and adopt a dog that actually like needs a home, like why are you spending $5,000?
But again, I was in
Well,
mind that I needed to build credit, so I took out a loan.
What the? Is that the personal loan?
Yeah, that's the personal loan.
Dude, you're killing
That's
me.
the that's the loan.
That's the
loan.
synchro name. It's a synchro name.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm gonna call this the dog loan.
That's the dog loan.
So what's remaining on the car? Do you remember?
The what?
Do you know what's remaining on the car loan?
The car? I don't know.
Okay.
We either are the last payment or like the last 2 or 3, I think.
Okay, we
I'd have to look
we
it up
might
for
take a
sure.
look into
Yeah.
it. And the personal loan has about 1,000, right? Left on it, something like that.
That sounds right. Yeah. There's another small loan.
What?
There's a third one that you're seeing here.
Credit card?
No, it's a bed.
It's a what?
I had to get an adjustable bed for my back and leg issues, and my doctor insisted that I looked into getting one.
Okay, so I can't shit too much on Boogie for that one. If the doctor's requiring it, you have to get a special bed because you're a massive fat fuck. Like, it's just what it is.
So I took out paid like $500, $600 down, and then took out like a $2,500 loan.
Yeah. When'd you get it?
July.
Interest rate?
6%. That's correct.
What's the monthly payment?
I think it's the 112 you're looking at.
Oh, so that's
that's
the
the
synchro.
112.
Yeah, synchro is usually a store finance.
Yeah.
Okay. Credit card I want to take a look at in a second. Could you pull up your credit card app for me,
Sure.
please?
Yeah. I think you've seen it already, but to show you, I only.
Unless you're going to breed them and sell them, the offspring is fine, but Boogie isn't going there. Yeah, he's not doing that. He's not breeding them to be able to sell the puppies to idiots that are willing to spend $5,000. He's the idiot that bought the dog for $5,000.
Like $900 on it, and it's just a utility card for the business. So it gets used and it gets paid off. It gets used and it gets paid off.
Do you ever hold balances?
Over the last couple of months, yes, because it's been thinner than I would have liked. But I plan to pay it off with this check on the 20th. So.
But it's okay. It just scares me because it's only getting thinner, except for that spike.
Yeah. Well, that spike's going to pay off there's the credit card. The balance of like $950.
Yeah, credit line available, $31.12.
Yeah.
Kill me. Okay.
Again, I am still trying to do some credit score stuff, so I will pay off a little bit.
But you already have a house.
Because eventually I will have to sell the house and I'll have to move somewhere when I do. Right?
Why will you have to sell the house?
The $2,100 mortgage payment is really hard.
So you're saying you're not going to be able to afford the payment?
I don't know. I'm hoping that I will, but again, I'm always planning for the possibility that I won't. Right?
Dude, he is definitely banking on the Lockout podcast. Still continuing. It's just not happening.
Late payment fee, October 31st. Late payment fee.
Yeah.
$25. Late payment fee, December 1st. This just happened.
Yep.
Oh.
Bro, why are you getting late payment fees? Pay your bills. Oh my God. Are you fucking serious? You're getting that many late payment fees? Dude, pay the bill. Put some money aside. Okay, this is what I recommend. If you have specific bills, make sure you have a separate bank account just for the bills. Or like at least map it out for the month that you have the money for those bills to pay the bills. Whether that's credit cards, rent, anything like that. Like have something set up on the side that you put money into it so that it occurs that money so that when bills come in, you pay the bills. Anything else is like secondary or like emergency funds. Like literally, just do something like that.
Me.
October was a very lean month.
Oh, and you have a brand new iPhone.
Dude, this phone was free.
Really?
Yeah, Verizon traded us an iPhone 7 for that.
Very
Thank you,
important business
Verizon.
purpose. Chick-fil-A. Lucky it was all the way back.
Dude,
in
you
August.
eat. Don't you eat? I eat. People eat.
Not
I definitely
out.
eat. I eat a lot.
Nah, you don't have to eat out if we can't afford to
Dude,
live.
I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12.
I can tell you right now, Boogie, I can cook for 4 people for $20. And I can make that last a long ass time. That's not even a joke. Did it in college. I still do it to this day. Anytime I cook, I make sure that I make a fuck ton of money. I put that towards everything that I need to pay for, right? Like if I have money coming in, everything gets paid first. Food, I make sure I buy in bulk amount that lasts me an entire month. Perishable foods. And you cook it yourself. That's not that difficult. Instead of paying fucking Arby's or Chick-fil-A or something like that, you just let it go. What's up, somebody? Thank you for the 5.
I can't cook for 3 people for cheaper than $12.
Wait a second. Let me get my little handy dandy calculator. First of all, that was 3 people. You did not feed 3 people on $12.
Chicken sandwich is $5.
So you just got 3 chicken sandwiches and
That's
any fries. You got nothing.
You feed 3 people on $5 in a hurry.
Deal. The chicken sandwiches, the chicken patties. We have HEB. I don't know what your version is, but you can get the fucking frozen chicken patties, put them in the oven, and I promise they are individually less than $5. More of an
We have
initial
Walmart,
investment.
and they are not good chicken patties, and that is quicker,
so it's
more convenient, taste.
There we
And
go.
on top of that,
So now there's more reasons.
It's affordable, right? You eat out 2 or 3 days a week. It adds up to $15.
2 or 3 days a week?
Yeah, 15, 30, 45 bucks.
But
It
you
adds
can't
up
afford to
to
pay the card.
Why are you going out 2-3 times a week? You don't need to do that. That's where the money that you could be putting into cooking the food is. 2-3 times a week. That's $12. Okay, so $12. Let's times that by 3. Okay.
Whoa! If Boogie has money to flush down the toilet, he will flush it.
That's $36. 2-3 times a week. Okay. $36. You add more to that, you got like $100 and something dollars. That money can be used for cooking food. And you can make that last if you parish it out properly. You're an idiot.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Late payment. It's not affordable if we can't pay the card.
Do I look like the kind of person that's ever made sound decisions about food?
No, but that's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to get it across.
Remember when Boogie said that he wasn't making excuses? Now he's saying that do I look like the kind of guy that would make sound decisions about food, making an excuse about how fat he is? Okay.
This is my weakness. This is always going to be my biggest weakness.
No. You just allowed yourself infinite excuses for the future.
Oh,
Trying to take responsibility.
That's actually true.
Yeah. So why not like actually take responsibility? And say, hey, we cannot afford to live right now. We don't get to afford to go out and.
But for traveling, guess what we had for breakfast today?
What did you have for breakfast today?
Chick-fil-A. We used the app, so they gave us free nuggets.
What about the continental breakfast at the hotel? Free.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
It's nearly just a bowl of cereal.
Why would you pay for the breakfast at a hotel? It's for free. Wait a minute. Why would you go get breakfast when the hotel is for free, the breakfast? You're already paying the amount for the hotel that includes the breakfast. Eat as much as your heart's content at the breakfast place.
Yes, and that's food that goes in your stomach for free. For free. You can't afford to pay this. Boogie.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
If there's anything I can get across in this episode for you to just walk away with, buddy, if we cannot afford to pay something, if we can't even afford to pay off the credit card, we're getting late fees, and we're just getting.
I mean, I have a food budget of about $300 a month, and then we use that.
Groceries?
It includes groceries most of the time. Yeah. We do eat groceries at home. We have like some of the inexpensive meals we make. We make tacos, we make shrimp pasta. If I'm really feeling splurgy, we'll make burgers at home. We eat at home the majority of the time. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just can't afford to.
But you said 2-3 times a week that you're eating out. So why not just convert that money that you're putting towards eating out 2-3 times a week and convert that into groceries so that you're only eating in, and maybe once a month you'll go out and treat yourself.
Probably go out at all. Yeah. I'm really sorry. It sucks.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
So, okay.
But it would have been more expensive to drive back to Fayetteville and make a taco than it would have been to go to Chick-fil-A today. But you're right. We could have eaten cereal at the buffet.
Yes. I was about to flip the kill me.
Okay, listen. I don't feel like going through this whole thing, okay? It's just Boogie, like, completely and utterly deflecting. Utterly deflecting. Every time. What I want to show you, and you can watch the rest of Caleb's video if you're really curious about Boogie's entire financial audit, right? Because I can't sit through this shit. I can't. Because Boogie is just straight up pissing me off now. I want to show a few things to you guys. I want to show you a few things. So, Boogie got really mad at Caleb. And they had a very nice ending. The ending was like, thank you, Caleb. Thank you so much for, helping me and blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit, right? So him and Boogie leave off at a typical Boogie fashion where he's like, oh, well, we came to an understanding and, we're both on the same page here and all this bullshit. Boogie decides to start tweeting about Caleb and apparently in a live stream talk shit about Caleb. Actually, I feel like Connor, the producer, the editor of LolCow Live. Wait a minute. Did Connor fucking soft block me? Nice.
It's so funny because I did this Caleb Hammer episode. By the way, I don't think he did a good enough job of promoting the podcast, Caleb. But number one, that guy was such a dumbass. Thought that I actually bought a Tesla. Anybody with a brain knows I didn't buy a fucking Tesla. In case you didn't know that, I never bought the fucking thing. And then secondly, he's like trying to find something to nail me on. He's like going through my bank account, and the only thing he can find to nail me on is like eating out. Bitch, look at me. Do I look like somebody who's saving money on food? I'm feeding 3 people over here. I'm feeding me and my girlfriend and occasionally my fucking roommate, and I'm doing it on a fucking budget. If I'm doing it on $600 to $800 a month, which is what I am, I'm winning, Caleb.
You're not winning. That money could be allocated to something better for you, Boogie. You're not winning. So Boogie says this. Boogie then makes a tweet about Caleb. I mean, if you go watch the episode, I felt like Caleb was a complete dick. He's right about everything, but being kind of right aren't mutually exclusive. Caleb, I have the conversation in the way I wish someone would have with me a decade ago. Stop being a child. You're already dating one. Bro, you don't need to be one yourself. Grow up, take responsibility, take care of your shit. Boogie, that's fair. The man just called your girlfriend a child. How is that fair? Holy shit. Boogie talks all that shit, gets real cocky on a live stream, makes a tweet being cocky, and then Caleb just comes in and brutally molests him on Twitter. And Boogie's only retort is, that's fair. Holy shit. hey man, it's all fair to say you want about finances, but calling me a pedophile is across any reasonable line. Go fuck yourself. Jesus. Caleb. It keeps going. All right, so see, take care of your shit. All right, so I already got that one. I'm making a log 4 project, filming it now. What topics, news, gaming, personal, anything would you like to see discussed? You actually taking responsibility for your life and getting out of debt. Caleb is now a detractor. I'm going to the lolcow packs, and now that I'm home, I hope you enjoy them, Gaming Witch. I hope you enjoy those packs. Boogie2988 responds, I mean, if you go watch the episode, I feel like Caleb was a complete dick. He's right about everything, but being kind of right aren't mutually exclusive. Go watch the episode and tell me if I'm wrong. Boogie, you're wrong. You're entirely wrong. If you watch Caleb's video, which I highly recommend you subscribe to Caleb, if you want to check out financial audits of very large YouTubers or really dumb YouTubers, this guy, I like his channel. I genuinely do. When he pops up in my recommended feed, I'm usually watching it. It gives me anxiety because I sit there going, I never want to be these people. But Caleb bodies Boogie so goddamn hard that he almost gives, like he just straight up gives it up. It's actually hilarious. Let's see here. Who are we going to send this community over to? So stick around for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a live stream, and we're going to go raid that live stream. I wonder if we're allowed. I wonder if Rich actually allows me to have permissions to fucking raid him. Nope, he doesn't. This is like fucking aggravating. So I'm going to send you over to Review Tech USA. All right? I'm going to send you guys to Rich. So I want to say a few things before you guys go. I want to thank everyone who donated today. Thank you guys so much for the viewership today. I genuinely appreciate that. Make sure you check out the description below. There is a link down there for the lolcow trading card game. If you guys want a really cool memorabilia, some cool cards, they actually do like a full-blown game. They have tournaments. I recommend buying a pack of cards yourself through the link below. I will be having my own card. Will be my first quote-unquote merch drop. And then we also have a custom card that I've been working with one of the artists and the team with. And I think this community especially is going to like it. So check the link below. Make sure you like the stream. Subscribe if you're new. Also, make sure you guys do all that fun stuff. We're almost at 7K. So I want to give a shout out to some people who donated today. And I want to shout out the members as well. Let you know as well. If you guys like the streams, if you have anything to say in the clips, I'll start having the editor put in your things at the end as a thank you. So if you do like super thanks or something, we'll make sure that that's in those clips from now on. So thank you, Shogun, for the 10. I mean, technically the 20. Thank you, Gaming Witch, for the 10. Gaming Witch for the 5. German for the 5. German with the 2. Gaming Witch with the 5. Gifted. KD with the 5. German with the 2. Gaming Witch with the 5. German with the 2. Another 2. Thank you for the new membership. 7620313. Thank you, Gaming Witch, for the 5 members. And thank you, somebody, for the $5 today. If you become a member, you get access to members-only clips and live streams. Some of the throwaway streams go straight into members-only. So if you guys want to watch those throwaway streams, there are some funny stuff that happen in them. I just can't keep them public. Make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you check the link below as well. Follow me on Twitter. That's my main regular social media platform. Follow me on Twitch, even though I don't use it that much anymore or really ever. Maybe I'll use it as a backup. Follow me on Rumble. And again, check out the link for the lolcow trading card game. I want to make sure those guys get all the recognition that they can. And then when we get that new card dropped, my card and that other special card, you guys will be the first to know. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Genuinely appreciate it. Go check out some other content creators. And I'll see you guys in the next one. New clip will be live tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. EST. Thank you guys for watching.